Alrighty. Alright, let's go. Oh, man.
Let's go.
Hello, decompilers. Welcome to the next episode of the official Fangame podcast. We got a very special one today, alright? We got not one guest, but, alright, two guests. That's insane. Oh, man. So we got Cakesauc3 and we got Pieceofcheese87. How are you guys doing?
Good. Doing awesome.
Oh, man. Am I excited for this? Somewhat.
Is your
I mean,
stream even on right now?
yeah, it is. Why, is it not online or something?
It's online for me. Oh, okay, I see.
Alright.
I think it's just still at the starting soon thing, unless I need to refresh.
Oh no, I just changed the scene, so it should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I've always expected it to be a problem on Twitch's end, because it's been having a couple problems recently.
Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if it's my computer or not, or if it's just Twitch itself. I don't know. Like sometimes the stream just like cuts out for like 1 second and then it doesn't. It's weird.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys are having that problem or.
I've had that like a couple times at the beginning of some streams, but it's been kind of chill for me. for the most part. But I've seen other people have problems.
All right. Well, now that the silly intro's done, well,
Yeah.
how about we start? How about we start by is the stream loaded? It should be. What?
Yeah, it should be. Stream's on for me.
Question
I see.
mark. All right. Fucking technical difficulties. Oh no.
Always
Twitch is
technical.
in.
Yeah,
Damn.
always technical difficulties.
All right, give it like 1 second.
Not even 1 second.
Take a
half
sip
second.
of water.
That's cool.
All right.
Can
Alright.
someone, ours, do you or me have to use sign language for our non-loaded Twitch viewers?
I would if I could. The thing is, I'm not exactly.
Do you actually know how to? Do you actually know how to do sign language in front
Absolutely not.
of?
Yeah.
All I remember is that the letter thing for A was the most uncomfortable thing ever.
The only sign language word that I've learned from another guy is the word shit. Fun fact.
Really?
So it's like
Yeah.
I wanna know.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
It's like, okay, you stick your thumb out, right? You stick your thumb out like it's a thumbs up. You take your other hand, fucking wrap it around that thumb, and then pull your thumb up. That means shit, apparently.
It's all the rest.
Yeah.
I didn't know one word, but it's not appropriate for here. So I'm going to go with this.
Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast, right?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, we have guests. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Podcast with video.
All right. All right. All right.
I learned it from Donald Glover.
All right. I want you guys to know that this podcast is 100% unprepared. Except for like a few.
Hey,
I
I
don't know, dude.
got my question prepared every time, alright?
Is it the breakfast one?
Yes, the breakfast one. Alright, what did you guys have for breakfast? Genuine question.
I had chicken and cheese melted over the top.
Nice.
Interesting.
How about you,
What's our-
Peace?
Beans and toast.
Mmm.
Nice. Hey, this is a pretty epic breakfast.
That is very epic, yes.
Yeah, all I had was a bowl of. I didn't even have cinnamon toast crunch. Got the Aldi brand of cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, well, I got one of those Cocoa Puffs. No good.
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure there's a more generic brand than the Aldi brand too.
Jesus.
Alrighty, now that we got our little question out of the way, how about we start by I don't know, introducing ourselves, right? Starting with Cake, if you will.
Hey everybody, I'm Cake, and I speedrun a lot of fan games, I guess, and I play not very many of them, but I want to play more because I think they're fun. What else do you want me to say?
There's no fall into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, don't get caught up. Keep being a speed brother. You're the best.
I got the healthy balance. I crossed that boundary and look where I am now. We're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Yakuza fan game player. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I'm sure we all know who Peace is, right? Surely enough.
Who's
Surely enough.
Peace? I've never met you before, Peace. Okay. Want me to introduce myself?
Yes.
I mean, I could do an introduction if you
No.
want.
I'm Pieceofcheese. I've been into fan games for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
These days I mostly just make them. I don't play too many.
Yeah.
It's still
I feel you.
Yeah.
Alright. Now that we got that out of the way, how about we start with the classic question of how have you guys come into the community? How about that? Starting with Cake, sure.
I got into the community because I was browsing Twitch one day when I was bored with StarCraft 2,
Mhm.
looking for a new game to play, and I saw Wings of V being streamed, and it just happened that it was like the first week that it was out, And so I went and bought Wings of V and played that. And then I found the Wings of V community. And through the Wings of V community, I found Cosmic Sense and Bananasaurus Rex and Denfric. And then I saw them stream fan games. Most notably to me, that draw my attention was Camellia 2. And so I saw that, and I thought that was super cool. And so I went and tried to play the K2 Savage Mountain Challenge and struggled immensely. And I had to go and ask people on Twitch chat how to do Choco Choco because I did not understand how vines worked.
Yeah, I don't know how vines work.
It was like I was trying to like jump off of them because I had actually played a little bit of Bashi, just a little bit because it was Solgren's other game, but they worked totally different in fan games, and so I was so stuck on that. And so I guess that's kind of how I got like introduced to people was because I had to talk about that stuff. I went and made like a account on the Iwana community forums and like whatever, and then I saw people making fan games, and I found out about that. And I was like, "This is so cool! I want to make a game." And then I never did, but I played a lot of games.
And
So
there's still time, alright?
yeah, try and every year. This is the year, right?
This
Every
is the
year,
year.
I always
This is it.
2019, man.
God, we're gonna make this the best year for fan games, alright? All we're gonna have are bangers coming out. Believe me. It's not gonna be like that.
Wait, so was oh, is that going on?
What?
Wait, I thought Inferno was talking.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So was K2 your first fan game then, Kick?
That was the first one I tried to play.
Man, yeah.
But then I got like I think I got stuck on like the guy, and so then I went in. I tried Ning because Stonk on his stream. I started watching Stonk speedrun Bashi because he was still speedrunning it at that time, and he told me that Ning and K2 were terrible fan games to try out at first. So of course I didn't take his advice and went and played Ning. I got stuck at like somewhere in like stage 3 or 4. And then I went and played Camellia 1 because Den was doing the K2 Savage Mountain Challenge.
Oh,
and so
no.
K1 was the first fan game I ever beat.
Nice.
That's
That's a beautiful number one.
So it's pretty easy to say that for the most part, fan games have only gone up from there for me. But I had lower expectations at the start, and I've had fun the whole time. So
Honestly, really impressive that you actually reached like stage 2 boss in K2 as your first little attempt. Because like it's K2 already has like jumps like F jumps and shit like that. It's like, oh man.
I played Yasin, the screen.
Oh
in K2
man, what a classic.
on my I played it on my laptop on an airplane. When I was flying out to see my then girlfriend at the time, and I was like struggling so much with that keyboard trying to do those jumps. That frickin' half invert took me so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
sounds a rough one.
But yeah,
This screen's impossible, alright?
definitely.
Pretty much.
And then you got Nang, which is also a pretty reaching stage 3 or whatever. It's like the jumper fester area or something. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
There was some jump that I got stuck on. I don't even remember anymore. Because then I went back later, and what I really remember was getting stuck at stage 5 when the conveyors showed up. That was later on, though.
Yeah.
There was like a year where I was stuck on Geezer on K2 and the conveyors on Ning, and I kind of like couldn't play those games anymore for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nang actually does get quite hard after like the first few stages actually for beginners. So well. Yeah, that's a big feat. Yeah, like fucking K1 is the first Fangame. That's a good one.
I thought it was so epic when I got to fight like Solgren for the first time. I was like, whoa!
Whoa!
Oh my god.
So good. There
And
he is.
then now when you go back and play it, and it's like there's no sound effects or anything, and it's like,
I'm gonna.
I absolutely love the fights in K1 just because everything is so nothing.
It's really. I don't know what the word for it is. It's like very messy, I guess. Just very.
Garbage don't.
Exactly.
That has personality.
They have personality.
Hey, it's got more personality than most medleys these
It's
days.
a charming garbage dump.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm be honest with you, I actually have never fucking beat K1, cause like I can't, I could not get past stage. I don't even fucking know, dude. I just couldn't. Yeah, I just couldn't. It was it was too tough.
I think that's fair. I beat it, and it was fun. I enjoyed it more than like.
Kamele boss actually doesn't look too bad, honestly. I don't know.
But it's just if you don't enjoy playing.
Honestly, just play K1 for the fucking experience. That's
yeah,
it.
exactly. That's why you play it.
Terminator. Once you bought me in K2, I'm gonna make you speedrun K1.
I don't know if I don't know if that's happening
It's actually
soon.
a really good speedrun, though. Just give it a chance.
Yeah, I know that K1 has like a million skips, but like you gotta memorize that, and my brain is, you know. I don't know. Man.
I don't know, man. You do pretty good with K2, so like
Decent.
possible.
Yeah.
How many completed runs did it take you to bot BBF?
Oh my god, it was like my 4th completed one. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I honestly still can't
I'm worried
believe
about his
it.
memorization, guys. I don't know if he can do it.
Honestly.
Okay,
No, because honestly, I don't know. It's like, it's been like a lot of runs past boss rush that I've completed, except for like one of them that has died to Big Kid or some shit. And, I don't know. I don't know. It's honestly, it's like, holy fuck, way too consistent for my own good.
Like, it surprises me just how suddenly the K2 record has gone down by 8 minutes. Like, the line stood for like a year? How long?
2 years.
2 years. It stood for 2 years. It was like, this record's like really good. I know there weren't any runners like trying to beat it, but it was like, this record is like, okay, this run is super good. It's an impressive feat. And then just all of a sudden, we're here at like 101 or something.
Yeah, in comes BBF, right, and tries to beat Cake's time, and that was sort of like a catalyst to Cake running the game again. So that was pretty cool, right? That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, that's one thing that happens with speedrunning is over time you get better, especially with fan games, because you play fan games and your needle skill, your boss skill, your avoidance skill still improves. And then you finally come back to a game you ran forever ago, and even though the run seemed like it was really good, you're a lot better now. You can beat it.
It's like actually incredibly ridiculous how much better the Fangame community has gone over the past few years. Like, actually. Like, when you look at, like, okay, it was like 2014 and Denfrock was still running K2, right? He got his sub 130 or something like that, I think. And it was like the most hypest shit. And when you compare it to now, it's kind of like, wow. I don't know. It's really weird to think about. Like, how much better people are nowadays. You can even see that in the fucking, in the needle nowadays as well. It's like, oh, this is a 60, this is a 70, this is a fucking, I don't know. It's rough.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe the community is way too good than it should be.
Do you think it's a bad thing that it's too good for, like, newer people?
I think it is.
You think it is? Because, like, it's fucking hard for, like, newer people to, like, interact with others since they're, like, fucking...
Oh yeah.
They always feel like, oh, I'm too bad for them. I'm too,
Well,
etc.
Here's the
such
thing.
a high skill ceiling.
Like a new player, like they decide, okay, I'm gonna start playing a fan game. What's the game that people are playing?
Yeah.
They try to see, okay, this guy's playing what? Apple II. All right, let's try that one.
K-free. All right, let's try this out.
And then
Fucking-
they don't know about the beginner page or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's rough. Fucking playing KTL as the first fan game, that's a classic. Well, I've seen that happen as well. That's the best part.
Yeah, I've had a couple of acquaintances who they opened up K3 as their first game. It takes them hours and thousands of deaths to get past that half diamond at the start. And then they beat it, and they're like, "All right, I'm making progress." And you're just like, "Please try something else."
Please.
It's like either that or they just stop playing fan games overall, and it's kind of like, fuck. I don't know.
Luckily, I had a Rocky, like, go in the fan games, but it was also pretty smooth. Because, like, I played Guy, and then obviously...
Dude, you fucking beat Z3 in your first year, right?
that was... So I played,
Yeah.
I played Guy, and then I played Bashi, and then it was like a year between both of those. And then, like, half a year after Bashi, I played Diverse. And then from there, I just played, like, Kill the Guy and, like, stuff that I either heard about or seemed to be good. And those things are, like, not easy, but it wasn't, like, I wouldn't grind something for 10 hours to beat a save. That just wasn't amusing to me. So I was able to get, like, a pretty smooth curve up to being at least able to beat
That's pretty
stuff
good,
now.
actually. Starting with those games. I feel like those are good introductory games. I don't know. Like fucking Kill the Guy and Boshi and all that. It's like a game that you have to play. I don't know.
I wish we could get more games at, like, obviously we want more games like Kill the Guy, but more so at that level, like at that skill level, at that difficulty, because, like, it's not easy, and most of the platforming comes from just needing to think ahead, and that's what
I think that
so
the
fun.
difficulty is just sweet at that point. It's just, I don't know.
It's a very different form of difficulty than you normally get in a fan game, and I think that's where,
Yeah.
where a lot of its charm comes from.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Kill the Guy has like different physics and all that, and it's got like these bosses that are actually pretty fun to do.
The only problem is making a game like that actually requires being creative.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's creative?
Imagine being creative.
Like even me, like I have trouble coming up. I would have trouble like making a game like that nowadays because
Yeah.
most of the games I make are just platforming.
Oh yeah, talking about that piece, how's Sandwich going? How's Sandwich coming along?
It's like I don't know, man. It's been on the back burner for about 5 years now.
Oh man,
It's like
it's like chair 2 tier.
some rotted, terrible corpse that
Yeah.
I'm still like keeping in my house.
Is it like
Oh,
his?
skeleton now.
It'll be done someday. You know what? You know what? Let's make a bold statement. This year, it's done.
Oh shit! You heard it here first, folks. Confirmed by yours
If
truly.
we don't get this on December 31st, I'm going to be sad.
uh,
Yeah. Do you have any big projects in the works, Piece, or is it just like not really anything planned?
I guess I Want to Maker doesn't really count because I'm not really working on that. But, well, it hasn't started yet. But the marathon game is probably going to be a big project.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, always is.
Nothing big comes to mind right now, but I'll probably start something up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Right now I got school going on, so I don't really want to take up any big projects.
Yeah. You're in college too, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Big man going to college.
I think the first time I met PC was like, I don't know, 14, 15, or 15 years old, something like that. It was a long time ago.
When did you join the community?
Mid 2014 or something like that. I don't know when that was.
I would have been 14 then.
Oh, yeah. And it's weird to think that 2014 is like almost 5 years ago. Fuck, that's
It is.
insane.
What the fuck?
No. This podcast is pretty much just like a fucking nostalgia trip. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
This year is going to be the 10 years since I've started with fan games.
Damn. I think it is also for me. Damn.
That's a lot.
Damn.
Damn.
It's only 6 for me.
Mm.
Damn.
It's gonna stay at 6.
Yeah.
So am I both the oldest person in the room as well as the newest to the Fangame community?
How old are you, Cake?
I'm 29 years old and I joined this
Oh.
community in spring of 2015, I guess.
Nah, I'm newer than you.
But yeah,
Dang.
RS is pretty new.
Ours the
Yeah.
newbie.
Woo, newbie.
Beat Z3. I'm still trying to catch you there.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, this guy.
You beat entrance though, didn't you?
Yeah, I beat entrance and I choked on like the last 2 attacks of Catastrophe Miku the other day.
Damn.
Dude, that last attack, oh my god. Okay,
It's
there's
just-
the last attack with the burst, and then there's the last one where you need to get to the middle. I swear to God, I was like a pixel or so away from dying at the very last attack. I swear to God.
I've watched clears of other people of that boss, and I swear everybody does that though, because everyone's like they're trying to get to the middle like as fast as they can, and so they're trying to squeeze through there as soon as they can, and it's like everyone's like, I swear they jump, and it's like they're gonna hit the cherry, and then they don't. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they made it.
It is so close, man. It is so close. Wait, have you tried Cosmo at all?
I get like 2 attacks in, and then I get overwhelmed by the amount of cherries on the screen, and then I just die.
Yeah, Cosmo is the stopper boss rush. I can 100% say.
But Wolfie promises it's fun, so
I would disagree, but I do think it's an impressive fight. I'll say that.
It's better than the average sucker fight.
Is it true that it's only like 1 hard attack in the fight?
No, every attack in that fight's hard.
No. Oh no. Yeah, I would think that the spiral, right, or whatever the heck, is like the toughest part.
Yeah, Spiral is impossible.
Yeah, spiral does not look friendly at all.
Spiral's
It's way too
impossible.
fucking
And
dense.
there's that like final rainbow attack where that other pattern that's hard to learn. Anyways, can we stop with Z3? I don't like that game, so.
I mean, you're the one that beat it. Just saying.
I did beat it. You're right.
But yeah, 2019, right? Going fucking strong with the game so far. Honestly, really fucking good shit. We got the V6 game. We got Skull's Little Business. We got what was that game that just released? Defeat the Robot. Was that it? Yeah, that game released as well. K2 remake. Like, fuck. It's been really good so far. Krypton soon.
Gotta wait for that.
Well, possibly at the end of... I don't think the end of January. I don't know. Like
I
mid-February.
think we can make it. We're very close.
Yeah, we got like 7 rooms to go or something like that.
Oh wait, it's the 20th. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I thought. Okay, I don't know that.
Oh,
In
no.
February at least, so it's soon. TM.
It's like it just takes people to make for good games to come out. That's completely what it relies upon. So just go out, people make, so people can enjoy more games.
I honestly don't know of any other big projects coming soon. Is there? Except for like maybe I Want a Maker or something like that.
Well, supposedly Rect 2 is still being made.
Oh man.
I'm
Dude, I
not
completely
sure-
forget about that. Fuck.
I'm not so sure about that being a hype release. I'm just gonna be honest.
Hasn't
I
that
wouldn't-
thing gone on for like 2 years or something like that? Like 2-3 years? I don't know. It's been really long since that shit opened up.
Rect 2
Maybe half a year. I forget when they.
Yeah, I don't know.
hasn't even been a year.
Has it not? Fuck. It felt like forever.
Wasn't it like over the summer or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh fuck.
But it was after I quit being an admin.
Mm.
I know that much.
Spicy business.
Yeah. I know that piece you've been talking about making sure Squeezer makes it
Fuck.
playable, and I thank you for that. But I don't know how much I trust him, so we'll see.
Well,
You know,
I'm on the tester team. I'll let him know exactly what I think when he gives us some kind of playable version. I'll try to get him not to release it until I give it the okay. But
I thank you for that.
we'll just hope he abides by
Godspeed.
that.
Godspeed. Yeah, it'll be questionable, but you know what? Hey, maybe it'll be the best game of 2019. All right, maybe. I love Rect. I love bosses. That's my thing. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope.
That feel when I still haven't played Rect.
Yeah, me neither.
It's-
Honestly. Or I have played it, but I haven't beaten it.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
think
big.
Yeah,
I'm a
it was
big fan,
fucking.
right?
What? Ours
Yeah,
says played a little bit of Wrecked. Just a
Yeah,
little.
I've played a little bit. So Meteor Stream is terrible. If you beat that, the rest of the game's pretty fun.
I think it would have been more surprising if I had played Rick.
Yeah. You're right.
Wreck was my shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I think I stopped on a Geezer bot for whatever reason. I never played it again. I don't know why. Geezer bot's pretty easy, except for like the last phase. I don't know what about it. It's just fucking fucks me
yeah.
up.
Yeah. I mean, Geezerbot is pretty learning, so I guess I'll give you that. And I hate the final phase of Geezerbot. Freaking random 360. Always doing it big.
Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. All right.
Oh yeah, Wrecked is private. We can't talk about this. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Whoops. I'm getting banned from the IWC as
I
we
like the
speak.
fan game police.
Oh no.
Chat. Nobody dare send me a DM with the download link for Wrecked. Just don't do it.
Don't you dare. I don't really care that the rec download was taken down. We still never got an answer, but that's not a problem. I don't really care. It's interesting. That's like all I really have to say about it. Either way,
Who
it's a
made
pretty
it?
fun game.
TJ
and
plays
Clayton.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hey, you know, pretty good game.
I love
Alright.
TJ.
Man, I haven't heard from TJ in a long time in the Fangame community. I know he's like doing more variety now, so that's pretty cool. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Listen to Black Ops.
Yeah.
He was. He did like a couple Nang bed-in runs a couple days ago. That was pretty neat.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah.
Mm.
I think he played a little bit of another game. I forget which one. Oh yeah, he played Math Major too. Yeah, I remember that. Oh man, that was a classic. Of course, TJ of all people would do that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm taking calculus in college right now, and I'm gonna come back to Math Major 2 and try to get the clear. Can't wait.
Big brain.
Can't freaking wait.
Yeah, I got stuck on question 46 for a good week. Or something like that. Some dumb time like that. But alright, now Peace, how have you come into the community? I've always been curious.
Oh, back to this question.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking like the community or fan games in general?
Both, I suppose, yeah.
Alright, I'll give an answer for both. So, originally, I was, I think, 9 years old. Browsing YouTube, you know, the great gaming videos at the time.
You got all the Minecraft, you got the classics.
Minecraft wasn't even like that big back then.
Oh, you're going back. Oh.
Fucking old school.
I know you're like my age right now, so 9 years old is a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm 10 now.
The math checks out.
So it was just an I Want to Be the Guy video recommended. It was like my desk run or something. It was some guy going through the game and he died at like Mother Brain or something. And I thought it was cool because I liked NES games. I was one of those kids.
Yeah, same.
I thought it was kind of cool looking. Yeah, see, Wolfie remembers that one. So I downloaded it, and you know, I was a stupid kid, so I sucked at it. But I still liked the game, but it wasn't a while later until I actually realized there were fan games, and I think it was from browsing the KN forums.
Oh
But
man.
Oh yeah, you found the video. Yeah, that's the video that got me into I Want to Be the Guy.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, that's the most viewed I Want to Be the Guy video, I think. Except for like, you know, the Let's Players or whatever.
Yeah, the classic video that got me more into Fangames was Diverse All Bosses.
You guys remember that one guy who did Impossible, or I Want to Be the Guy on Impossible, like just Japanese guy? You guys know what I'm talking about?
There's multiple people. I
Isn't
remember
it?
it as Crown White Impossible.
I forget the name of the guy. Damn. It started with a GA, or like something. I don't know. But yeah, he made the video in like 2009, and I remember the exact same video. It was like a 5-parter video of him doing I Want to Be the Guy on Impossible. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Oh shit.
I remember the one that got me, the one that I first remember seeing. I think I was around the same age as PC. I got into fan games much later on, but there was a 5-part video of a guy playing it on hard but not dying at all.
Huh.
So it was basically an impossible clear.
Well, that's a gamer, I'll tell you that.
Tidget was the
what his
first.
name
Damn.
Yeah, my boy Tidget.
Yeah,
Classic.
Speaking of him, Fangame was the first fan game that I played. Because it was basically the only one around, except for like tribute and stuff.
Actually, yeah, I think same. Actually, it was like
But yeah,
either
I played-
Fangame or I don't know. Sorry, go on.
I played Fangame. I didn't get very far. I didn't like it very much. I actually liked Tribute more than Fangame at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
I watched YouTube videos more than actually playing them back in those days. I liked Zero Mega Man X, who's now Razar, as well as Cakesauc3.
Cakesauc3's a good one. Yeah.
He was the man. Actually, Cakesauc3 was the very first stream I ever watched, and it was on Justin TV. And he was playing some random game, I don't remember which one. And one of the first YouTube videos on my favorites list is like Cakesauc3 playing I Want to Be the Fan Game.
Isn't Psycho the one who helped Solgren make I Want to Be the...
Yes.
That's funny. Yeah, Solgren, like, I was running that a while ago. Like, last year I ran it for Fangame Marathon. And when I was, like, playing that on my stream, like, Solgren was, like, in my chat. He's like, dude, I miss Psycho so much. And I was like, whoa. I wonder what happened. He's like, I don't know where he went.
There was a short period where Cakesauc3 was actually streaming, like, a whole bunch of fan games on Twitch. It was around 2014, I think, or 2015, but he was in there for a little while, but then he left again. Anyway, how I actually found this community specifically was through Denfrog. He had Camellia 2 videos on YouTube, and he linked to the Wannabes Twitch team. And that's how I found Paragus and everyone else. So,
Yeah, because I remember stories about Paragus just giving you the business for a sandwich. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
first version of Sandwich was pretty bad. I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Ah. But yeah, I did not know that Den had a lot of K2 videos. Like, what was it, like before 2013 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere around like... Actually, no, K2 released in 2012. December 28th.
Yeah, it's pretty
so
old.
it should have been 2013. But yeah.
Very start of 2013.
Yeah. Basically when K2 was the business, K2 was like the hot potato of YouTube. It was like...
K2 was the most impressive thing I've ever seen back then. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it-
And it still is
one guy
nowadays,
is
that's the
hot.
thing. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is still an impressive team.
Mhm. I still think it's like one of the better midleys nowadays, honestly. At least like one of my top threes. But yeah, pretty insane how
probably-
there you go on.
Probably not in my top 3. I'd say it's in my top 5.
Hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I really give into consideration about the fact that K2 is like released in 2012. That's a pretty impressive feat, I think.
2012 was also the last time Kill the Guy was updated.
Oh no. Rough days. But yeah, I don't know.
When I first joined this community, and I was asking around about what fan games I should play, and people recommended Kill the Guy, but that I should wait for the remake.
Oh no.
Back when we still had hopes.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, you killed the guy?
Yeah, still waiting.
They should.
Yeah, I think the game is gonna be like completely remade. I think.
Yeah, I know Geezer posted some screenshots of the first area in his kind of remake on the Kane forums, and it's like a completely different thing.
It was like blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like tealish. It's interesting.
I think I remember a Geezer stream. Like, I think it was like 2015 or something, and it was a stream of him game making Kill the Guy, and he was like showing off how it looked like. It was like all bugged out. It was like, yeah.
Was that the stream where he deleted Stage 5?
I think.
Yeah,
It was like,
that.
fuck. Also,
He
was
was
it?
also slightly drunk in that stream.
Was he? Fuck.
I remember that stream very well.
Was anyone here for the post Wisdom Teeth stream?
Oh man. Yeah, I remember that.
Winnie the Pooh baseball.
Either Pooh
Wait,
baseball.
that game is epic. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he was playing that.
I'm sad I missed that.
He had a face cam.
Yeah, that was the first time he used facecam, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I missed out.
Yeah, I think I did as well. I don't think he highlighted that, right?
No, he didn't.
Fuck.
You gotta be there. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
That really was.
Just listen teeth out, but again, easy.
Let's get another one. But where were we again? What's going on? What?
I'd like to say where, but I was gone for like 5 minutes. Sorry.
Oh. Got any cue cards? Questions on them?
Oh no. Any questions for our guests?
I think Lars said he had a question prepared.
I do. I mean, I can make many questions. Like, what are you planning on having for dinner? Like, I have a simple one.
I don't know yet. I listen to my stomach later in the day.
Fair. It's not often I have a plan for dinner either. It's like, I'll probably have this, and then things change. You know how it is.
But yeah, Skull Dude, I ran Wings of E for a long time. And I still do, actually. We did like a big Wings of E tournament like 6 months ago or something. And that was a lot of fun. We got a lot of the community active again for that game. And it's still going. We actually have somebody new who's like doing really well on speedruns, and he's finding new stuff, and he's probably gonna bot me soon, I hope. That's like my biggest dream right now, is for somebody to come pick up V and destroy me.
You know, I've always wondered how optimized is Wings of V?
The problem is, every time I get a run in that game, that's a good run. I'm happy with this. Somebody finds some new frickin' glitch, and then it's like,
Yeah.
gotta do it again.
Does
Like,
Wings of
imagine-
V have a World Force gift?
There are glitches like that you can do. We just don't run them in like the main category. It's kind of like with Bashi, how you can do the whole thing where you can skip like straight to Solgren.
Yeah, the wrong
Yeah.
ones.
So there are wrong warps you can do, but we just don't use those. But in the main run, we don't have anything like World 4 skip. It's just like we found Solgren patched the game to give it a quality of life update last year, for example, and somehow he broke it so that one of the melee weapons could now attack a boss that before could not be damaged by melee weapons. And the orbs, they do like 1 damage a piece, and you'd have to wait for them to reload, so like you shoot really slowly, but now you can just get in his face and destroy him. So it's like, well, that changes things. That was like a 40-second time save, and all of a sudden the run was broken again. It's like, alright.
Nice.
Quality of life.
Quality of life. Question.
He does make the game better every time he patches it. He like listens to the community and stuff. Solgren's an awesome game dev that way. But then because Multimedia Fusion 2 is an amazing engine. You know,
Classic.
you fix one thing and it breaks something else.
Yeah.
Classic. But I have a question for you, Cake.
What's that?
I've been thinking about it for a while. Should I buy Wings of Beer?
It's pretty split, I think. Like, I've talked to a lot of people from the Awana community who like Wings of V and a lot who don't. So I don't know. It depends, I guess, on how open-minded you are.
The Steam page does have a free demo for you to play. You can try that out.
Oh yeah,
You can get it.
right. In the
That's
wiki,
true.
yeah, in the other wiki, the
Yeah,
fucking
it was on there.
I love V. It's a wonderful game. It's definitely one of my very favorites ever, especially in the platforming genre.
Is it just
if you like-
platforming, or is it like a Metroidvania or something like that, or is it just I don't know.
There's some Metroidvania elements to it. There's like secrets you can find and whatever, and you can go back to the worlds and do things again. But it's not like a classic Metroidvania. It's not like open exploration and stuff. It's more structured, more linear.
Understandable. Sort of like Celeste, right? Something like that.
Yeah, you could say something like that.
Excuse me.
What?
Yeah, you hit it so high.
I need a
Those
moment.
Mariah Carey levels.
Dude, Celeste is so good.
Yeah. Celeste is... Before I played Yakuza, Celeste was my favorite game.
Yeah, I
Dropped down a bit because of Yakuza, but yeah.
I like Celeste.
yeah,
I
played-
didn't find it to be like life-changing, but I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, same. Like for me, I found a lot more enjoyment from watching like speedruns and stuff than actually playing the game,
Oh
which
man,
is
that's speedruns of that game are amazing.
like yeah, they're like TGH is killing that game. Holy Christ! It's weird. You watch Fangame speedruns and you're constantly going at the same speed, doing nothing special. You're just trying to not die, and then you go Celeste. It's like you die, it runs over. And you gotta do all these fucking 5,000 inputs in the right way, and then if you mess one of them up, you lose like a half a second. It's like, oh, I can't lose that half a second, man.
Apparently, Cosmic Sense stopped running Celeste because it killed his hand.
Yeah.
He was constantly complaining about it. He had to like, I remember him talking specifically one day when he was running it that he had to like have a shirt on the controller with his hand because like it was the stick was digging into his fingers too much or something. So he was trying to give himself some cushion for that.
Yikes.
But yeah, Celeste is amazing. Celeste to me feels like what fan games want to be in a way, like more polished.
Yeah.
Except they don't have avoidance yet, so ha. Still got Miku.
You versus the platformer she tells you not to worry about.
But yeah, I've actually heard that the world record holder of Celeste is Flatterby, and he's actually I know he's somewhat connected to the Fangame community. I have seen him a few times.
Well, he's been here for a long time. I think.
Yeah.
Didn't he used to run like V6 or something? Like I swear he used to talk in my chat all the time. He used to be in Den's chat.
I've seen her Stump's chat every now and then.
He's been around for years, so
I think he's just one of those guys who's always around, but he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like JC as well. That guy's also a classic. I like JC. JC's a good guy. I feel like.
Yeah, I haven't watched him much, but his commentary over the K2 run was really good.
Yeah, he plays a lot of Castlevania. He's actually a really entertaining stream.
Ah, shit, I'd love him.
Yeah.
I mostly just know him because he reads my stream a lot whenever I'm doing K2.
Nice.
He's always like coming in like, dude, K2 runs, let's go, and I'm like, whoa, wow. And then I see like popular people from like other speedrunning communities like always give him props and shout outs on Twitter for stuff. So
That's
good to
always
have
nice.
good to have big people in other communities who like fan games. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when what was his name? Oh, the Dota 2 player. He would, like Bulldog. He'd always like come up and hang out with like me and BBF and everyone were doing like Find My Destiny runs. He loved that game.
Yeah.
I remember hanging Josh's chat a while back and seeing Bulldog appear in his chat. It was like, oh.
Oh.
I think my heart has never raced as fast as it did that day when I got rated by him. And you look over and you're being hosted for 10,000 viewers.
And then there goes your chat.
Oh, crap.
There goes your chat. GG. Well played.
I remember.
Arrogant.
Yeah. And he's also hosted like a BBF a lot of times. BBF did not like that, I don't think. He
Well,
did not.
He put the pressure on us when me and BBF traded the world record a couple times, and he's like, "Okay, from now on, whoever gets a new Destiny world record gets $100." He like put a bounty on it.
Nice.
He's like, and if it gets competitive to the level that Boshi's at, I'll up it. And we're just like, oh bad.
Oh man. Oh shit.
But yeah, I can't even imagine having a viewership like that. Holy fuck. It'd be like the fucking dream.
Really early on, like the first month or two in the streaming, I was just doing run the marathon runs because that was what I did. B-Rex hosted me and I lost my mind. That was nice.
Oh man. Oh
yeah.
fuck. I'm honestly glad that we have somebody like B-Rex in our little community. Even though he's like not too involved, I guess. He knows a few people, and that's I think that's a good thing.
He just plays good stuff when it comes out. I think that's a pretty good way to do Fangames.
Exactly. And there's been a lot of instances like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got like the V6 game. Has he played the robot game or something? He should.
No, not yet, but I think he'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Especially if Paragus recommends it to him.
Yeah, because Para's the one who's like actually gives him the business most of the time. Oh yeah, dude, Cherno, fuck. Oh man, good old Cherno. When he used to consistently, I don't even know when he consistently played Fangames. Like 2014 was when he was most active, or something like that.
Okay, so he streamed Cultured One like a few days after it came out, and I was in a Skype call with him, and he made me a mod of his channel, even though I like never watched his stream, and I feel like
Nice.
Hello, Cherno.
I haven't watched much of Cherno because they haven't really been around for a while. But he seems like a cool dude.
I never really watched his stream, but like, man, there was a time when like everybody I knew on Twitch was subbed to Cherno because everyone was always
Yeah.
using his votes for everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
is that not still true?
Actually.
It hasn't been as true for me lately. I haven't seen it as much as I used to. I'm still sure a lot of people are subbed to him for that reason, but it used to be like that True Prize emote that was like every question ever.
Yeah, that's just kind of, I don't know why it's happened, but it has, where it's just been less and less. But you know.
I guess the cool new streamer to be subbed to is what, Baru or something?
Oh yeah. Good
Oh,
old
yeah.
Baru or
Yeah.
Ru O or some shit. Yeah.
I have seen a lot of those modes.
Yeah, he seems to have some pretty good emotes.
Hot take of the day, I don't like his emotes. Honestly. At all.
Pretty sure there's a good amount of people who aren't a fan. It's okay.
They're better before they did some of them.
Oh, that's a good emote.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the good thing about Cherno and B-Rex, right, is that they sort of like introduce this newer people, right, or these newer people to like the little community, right? And so I was like, oh hey, I came from B-Rex's or Cherno's, I don't know, Fangame stream. This looks cool. And I'm seeing a few people like that actually.
I've seen
And
a lot of them.
yeah, and I think that's really fucking sick. I mean, we got people like Wet Wookie to like do a lot of stuff. You're like,
Yeah,
holy
Wookie
shit.
was definitely the biggest one,
Exactly. Yeah.
for me at least.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a cool thing. All right.
I think one of my earliest Fangame streams, like even before I started to seriously play them, was B-Rex streaming Overlord, and I was like, what is this? This is pretty crazy.
Oops, what the hell is that?
Overlord's a cool looking game.
Oh. Oh no.
It is pretty cool.
I kind of watched the run at Fangame Marathon last year. I think it was. It was neat looking. I need to give it a try sometime.
Skull Dude wants to know about game making and shit.
Alright, go for it.
Alright.
Alright. He's another co-host, you can do that.
Alright.
Alright, so Game Maker. I've been using it for a long time. It's the first time I used it. I didn't know what was going on, and the result was I want to be the weird game.
Oh man.
An absolute classic, mind you.
The SpongeBob boss was coded by my dad. And I copied the code for the second boss, which is like a smiley face.
Yeah, how does it feel to be in a Yo Sniper video?
It was pretty amazing.
Oh man, that was a classic.
But then I came back with a hot, fresh new game, and I put out as many memes as I possibly could have, and it was that I Want to Be Invincible game, although it wasn't called that back then, it was called something stupid. But I Want to Be Invincible, I released that ironically because I was just sitting around on my computer and I decided I wanted to do that to the world. But anyway, that game was terrible. And then after that, I made Sandwich. And that game was okay. And then from there, making more games. Some of them good, some of them bad.
Game is bogus.
Bogus. Yeah, really.
That's a really good tale. Just the progression to where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of chapters in that story. From looking at all the games I've made on Delphi.
Guess I gotta analyze that.
Now we're here, which is the good news.
That is fascinating.
You bet your ass I'm searching for your name piece. Oh shit, you got like, how many? 45 games, holy fuck. Yeah.
Grinder. That is a lot of games.
Yeah, honestly, see, man. Oh yeah, here's a good question. How did you come up with Draw My Guy as a little thing?
Well, a lot of the times I brainstorm with weird gimmicks I can put into fan games. And that, the inspiration was from a DS game called, like, Drawn to Life, I think. Where you, like, it's like a platform game. And they just, like, there's objects in the game, you just draw, and it comes into a game like that. And that was just one of the ideas I had that made it through. I had to have Clayton help me, but it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, that game is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wes can attest to that.
I'm glad
One of the hardest.
he's carrying it through with his new game.
Yeah.
It's some of the hardest I've left in my life. It's been to Draw My Guy shit.
That's good to hear.
Especially the Stonks Garfield penis line.
Oh my god. That was the dumbest thing.
Arnold Brand pepperoni.
Get Garfield.
God bless Geo.
You got plans for Fangame Marathon 2019 piece?
Well, I promised Wolfie that I'd speedrun the next game he releases. So it's
Ooh.
it's on him pretty much.
Alright,
So
Wolfie.
Wolfie's coming out with something in the next few months, huh?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Dude, sick.
Looking forward.
What if he releases it the day before?
Then I guess it'll be
Last
It's a
minute.
blind race. No, it's a blind race. Easy.
a live Let's Play.
Nice.
With video completion.
Yeah, exactly.
Either a
Finally,
dandy game or a trap game.
Finally, a run that might be long enough that we can explain things like alliance and V-alliance and
Has there ever been a game like that, actually? Like, fucking explaining V-strings, V-lines? You think that'd be a nice thing, or what?
I'm gonna be honest. Nang tried to teach alliance. It made me more confused about him. So, I don't. Reasonably, I don't think teaching alliance is like gonna work out for many people.
Nang doesn't explain it very well.
Yeah. It's like A,
touch
B,
the
and
wall
C's
that
and all
has
that.
like, yeah, the ABC
Yeah.
thing.
It's
Yeah, that kind of confused me a bit, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
It would have been used more often, but it was like 2 screens or something where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, touch this wall. Okay. It was better when it was just like touch this wall that's highlighted in red. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's like, honestly, I don't even truly know how lines work, but it's just grab wall, do jump.
When in doubt, take the Wolfie line, just touch whatever wall and go for it.
Mm.
I think it's a sort of a nice little piece of trivia. We're like, oh yeah, this is I don't know. I got a .409 fucking V line. I was like, oh yeah, sure. It's like, it sounds silly, right? But it's like, oh, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I actually really like these sort of informational fan games or whatever. There's like a few of them where like it explains you which lines to get for certain jumps or something like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's like not useful right now because you got like a million resources, like fucking Brad's align chart or whatever. And yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
J-Tool is
Oh yeah, J-Tool. Yeah.
completely changed how I approach everything with fan games.
Yeah, exactly.
I have this little tool. It was on the I Want a Community forums called the Ghost It, and you just like you make the fan game that you're playing transparent-ish, and then you overlay it with J-Tool, and then you just copy everything on there, and then you're like, okay, what's the good align? Let's go, and you just touch all the walls and find it. It's so helpful.
Yeah,
I
J-Tool,
did not
J-Tool
know that
really,
existed.
but yeah, J-Tool really fucking just revolutionized Needle, I feel like. Or Needle players, Needle makers,
pretty much.
pretty much, yeah. Good old fucking, J-Tool Needle and shit, etc.
JGB, I still use RMJ because J-Tool has less input lag, and so if you're playing a game that's made in GameMaker 8 and it has more input lag, then it's better to practice it in RMJ.
Ah. 200 IQ.
Note, I can't tell the difference in input lag.
Same.
I can. Like, it's
It's
very
unbelievable
obvious to me.
speed running apparently. It's the only reason why you're stuck with Climb the Witch's Tower, as opposed to everything else I tried to run.
Honestly, if you were to like fucking speedrun a GM8 game and a GameMaker Studio game, it feels really, really different. Like, I don't know.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels a little different to me.
Yeah, because like in Studio, your inputs are immediate, and in GM8's like a few frames off. No good.
Well, for me with studio games, it feels the same if I'm doing windowed, but in full screen studio, it's like a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yo-Yo explained that if you put Studio Engine games in full screen on Windows that has arrow mode enabled, which is anything after 7, or if you have 7, it's optional, then Studio removes the input delay. But if it's in windowed, then it still has.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You think that you kind of took the time and actually just like make a fucking functioning Studio engine. I mean, Clayson and was it just Clayson's engine? Because this engine was pretty good as well. It just had a few.
Clayson and Seth.
Oh yeah, Clayson and
Yeah.
Seth, right?
KS.
Yeah, had a few
I remember
issues, I think.
how that was the thing for like 2 weeks, and then Yo-Yo released it.
Yeah, pretty much.
When we first started with Studio, I tried to like port the YouTube engine into it, and then I realized that like you couldn't just drag and drop all the objects. And I was like,
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, basically.
I remember at one point I saw some dude release another studio engine long before KS ever existed, but apparently it was also super bad.
yeah.
So is Yo-Yo Studio Engine still like the engine, or is there a better one now that people are using?
Pretty much.
Studio is pretty much as best as you can really get.
Yeah, in general, Yo-Yo's engine is really good, right? But I've been hearing a lot about Nane or Nang.
Yeah,
What was it? Nane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main engine, I'm pretty sure it's just the Yo-Yo engine, but with more stuff added.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
gimmicks and
what
all
it
that.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like actually pretty useful if you're, I don't know.
Okay, so if
Not
I
too
if I
creative.
want to actually do my goal of making a game this year, should I use the Not Another Needle engine, or should I just do the normal Yo-Yo Studio stuff?
If you want like a bunch of base gimmicks, I think Name would be a little better of an option if you can't really code very well.
Yeah, you can also like teach from or learn from the things as well.
Yeah, it's a lot more beginner friendly.
Or you could just wait for I want to maker and just make your levels in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to make an adventure game with a story.
A story.
A story, man.
Write your text in apples.
The only way.
I made this.
I made this. I'm down for it. Let's
Wait,
go.
did Stonk host already?
Yeah, big shout outs to Stonk here real quick.
Oh,
For the little host, and by little I mean 150 viewers.
I stomp.
Do you have like a bad run?
Punk boy.
I mean, it's Nang, so that's a tilty game. I can say that.
Oh, was he playing Nang? Was that it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Stream title is named Bad Ending Runs.
Oh, should I say?
Power cutout.
Ouch.
Ow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Oh
It was
no.
like he like de-rusted at Ning the other day, and he was like already like within like 20 seconds of my time halfway through the game, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna bot me soon if he wants to.
Yeah, I saw that stream as well. It was like, holy fuck.
Stonk's too good, man.
Fucking D-Rust record.
There is no
Classic.
rhyme. I'm a good.
There is no rhyme. World record rewrite.
You know.
That's my favorite copy pasta hits of all time.
Obviously, I'm not good. My power cut out. Period.
Beer.
I mean, if your power cuts out, obviously, is just telling you need to do better.
God,
So-
give me a sign. And fucking power cuts out. Whoops. Well, fuck.
Yep.
Speaking of runs that cut out, wasn't there a run between you, Peace, and Stonk? Like it was try a collab or something where your keyboard died. I vaguely remember something like that at some point.
That was me and Stonk, and my keyboard fucked up.
No. What like actually happened?
My keyboard wouldn't work. Like
Okay.
it's a shift key, it just wouldn't press.
How'd you resolve that?
How did I resolve it? Getting a
Yeah.
new keyboard.
Oh!
Oh.
Right.
Keyboards.
Galaxy
Feels
Brain
good, man.
Strats.
Yeah, see, my keyboard is like very terrible, but I only play on controller, so I don't have to worry about it that much. So yeah.
Not anymore. I got a new one.
Hmm. I really love the keyboard that I have. It's a Corsair Strafe with Cherry MX Reds. Strafe. Yeah,
really?
shut up. Yeah, it's really. I've been really satisfied with this. Honestly, it's been really good for me. 2 frames consistently. It doesn't cancel too much, but I honestly don't care for that. So I don't know. If you're only in it for like the 2 frames, I mean, go for it.
How does it do on 2 inputs on the same frame?
Mediocre,
'cause, like,
I guess.
I seem to like. I feel like there's 2 kinds of keyboards that are really good for fan games. There's the ones that can like 2 frame really well, and they're really good at different jump heights. And then there's the
You
ones that
know-
are like you can cancel and you can like set up for jumps really well, but then two framing's like really hard.
You know, I've
And
honestly
then
never
mine, which
knew.
is like,
Yeah, go on.
and then there's my keyboard. It's like a weird happy medium between the two that no one else can really get. I have the Razer Black Widow Ultimate 2013. It's like the only good Black Widow in existence anymore.
Only good Razer keyboard for Fangames, honestly. I
Yeah.
fucking tried the Black Widow Chrome, I think. Black
Yeah,
Widow
Chrome was
2016. Fucking hell. I'd return it like the next day.
I still
Honestly.
have an old Razer keyboard at my other house, and it's still really good.
Hmm.
It's like a red switch equivalent, I think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because like I don't know about you guys, but green switches are like kind of
They're too heavy.
yeah. They're sort of like blues, right? Something like that.
They're like blues, but they're like 20 or 30 milligrams of pressure more for every
Yeah.
single strike. They're kind of a your hands will feel it. I beat Secret 5 and K3 on a keyboard that had green switches,
Damn.
and that was not a good idea.
I can't even imagine. Holy fuck.
So we got it through 4 years. This shit.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Ooh,
Yeah.
man. Does it still work? Does it still work, Inferno?
Oh yeah, should.
It should.
I haven't plugged it in at all.
Is it like actually true if without the keyboards actually affect your skill to press two buttons at the same frame? Is that actually true? Because I actually have no idea.
Probably.
Some keyboards
I would
are a lot
figure
better at
so.
it.
Yeah, I would figure so. Because
I have a CM Storm Quickfire Ultimate with Cherry MX Reds, and that keyboard can cancel. Like, it doesn't take any effort at all. It's so easy. And to do a setup with two inputs on the same frame, like to press right at the same time you jump, setting up for like double diamonds or for full jumps off a ledge or whatever, I can do it without even trying. But then I just can't two frame on it very well, so I suck at like diamonds and stuff. It's bad for like playing bosses that have like infinite jump or like water jump, because then I just end up falling when I press the jump key and nothing happens, and I'm like, oh good.
yeah, honestly, if I really want to like fucking press two buttons on the same frame, and I really gotta like worry about that, what I do is I just fucking like hammer down on the two keys at the same time, like very precisely. Like
It takes a lot of force.
like yeah, it's like and
Or you can cheat like me and you can use numpad full jumps for like. ledges and
Okay,
stuff.
man.
Numpad full jumping is the way of life.
I honestly have no idea how you're so well at controlling that cake, actually. Because I've actually been
That's
seeing your K2 runs, and it's like, holy fuck, it does like every 5 jumps. It's like, oh, fuck.
It's because of my rebinds. I use the arrow keys for like my jumping and shooting, and so
Uh-huh.
then I have numpad 0 that's just right next to it. And I
Oh,
can
so you
like,
use your pinky pretty much?
I use my middle finger for jumping, my pointer for shooting, and then I use my ring finger for numpad 0. So I can just
Oh.
do that really easily. And then if I ever try to actually do like a jump cancel, like a low cancel, then I've got my other jump key down to like the left arrow, and so I can switch my hands over and do that.
Yeah, that's nice. Damn. Pretty interesting how many Fangame players have a lot of different setups for their little
I've always
business.
just used the default controls.
Yeah.
I was a caps lock boy.
A caps lock boy.
Oh,
Shift.
man.
Like this keyboard kept ghosting with shift for a while, so I switched to caps lock and it got better. And switched.
That's funny.
Never forget Plasma, who jumps with his mouse.
So he just does that regularly, right?
What?
Is that just what he does?
Yeah, that's just what he does.
God
Oh
bless
my
the man.
God. What a legend.
It's
That's
like
amazing.
it's like I'm otherworldly for using a Super Nintendo controller, and then he's using a fucking mouse.
It's another plane of existence than we are.
Yeah.
Another dimension. Guy transcended. But I just use my arrow keys. Like my up arrow key to jump left and right. And
That's insane.
G for shoot. Yeah, so pretty much I play one-handedly at all times.
That's like what Boshi players do.
Single-handed.
one-handedly. Is there a problem with that?
That's
Yeah,
most
I don't know.
Pokemon owners.
That's not a
Like-
Lucario. What the fuck?
I don't have a Lucario. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry, I'm not a furry. Apologies.
What the?
Where are you in Canada?
I'm in
Where?
Ontario, southern.
Oh yeah.
So pretty much near the Torontonian area. Fuck.
That's cool.
You're in Nova Scotia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it cold over there?
Let me look out the window. Yeah, it looks pretty cold.
Yeah, because it's like reaching a negative 30 C temperature today, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang in there, buddy. You'll make it.
Yeah.
It's 5 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, I would 100% take that. Holy shit. And the worst part is that I gotta fucking go, what is it, Sunday? Yeah, tomorrow I gotta fucking go out in the morning when it's like fucking negative 33. Not bad.
Oh boy.
Fun.
Yeah.
Only negative 33. Dang.
Fuck.
Right now it's exactly 0 degrees Celsius here,
That's good. That's alright.
and it's 64% humidity, and so you can feel it all.
Oh no.
Dude, it's 44 out there right now. I could just go for a walk with a t-shirt and feel pretty good.
44, is that like, 5? 10? 10 C? I don't know. I think, something like that. That's pretty good. Where do you live, actually, Kick? Like,
I'm in
which
Utah.
state? Utah? Hmm.
Yeah. 6 degrees Celsius, 6.6.
Huh.
6.7.
Fucking
imagine?
Skullin 39C. Classic. Oh, man. Classic Brazilian shit.
Do I live next to you, JGB? Where do you live? Oh, in the fridge.
You got you good.
To actually answer your question, JG lives in Catalonia.
Yeah, he lives in Spain.
I think Barcelona, maybe.
Excelente, mijo.
Don't even get me started on Fahrenheit shit. Hey, man.
I am a Rankine boy. Plus 459.
Alright, give me a sec, actually.
Yeah. It's been cold. So okay. So like a week or so ago, like over December, there wasn't much snow, which was like, all right, cool, nice and chilling. And like it was cold, but it was nice out, so I could like walk and stuff. It was pretty good. And then like a couple weeks ago, it got into like the low to high, like high 50s, low 60s with sun. I was like, oh shit, I guess we're having a like pretty calm winter. And then today, over the past like 2 days, there's been a winter snow warning to like not make sure you stay indoors and not go out. So yeah, it's pretty rough out there.
We got snow last night. It melted immediately as it hit the grass.
Cool.
But it stayed in the car, so that's what matters. I looked outside this morning and there's nothing. That's the typical Memphis snow.
It's
I have
Depressing.
never seen snow in my entire life.
yeah.
Missing out.
Mexico.
You really are.
And
You
then you
haven't
have
lived until you shoveled snow.
A lot.
And then there's Colorado, where it'll snow in May, and it'll still feel like it's 60 degrees outside.
Does that in Utah sometimes too, where it's just like
The weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
the winter it just rains and you're like okay, and then all of a sudden it's like randomly April, May, it's like there's a snowstorm. Like that's weird.
Yeah, I think like the latest we've gotten like some snow was like late February, early March, and I was like, all right, now it's gone. it's quite a ways past the winter.
Usually snows into April here.
Yeah, what's interesting about my place is that it usually snows at like November-ish, usually October, November-ish, and it hasn't snowed like that much until like literally just yesterday, like 15 centimeters of snow.
Jeez.
No good. I don't know how many inches that is. That's like 6 inches, I think, something like that.
Oh boy, no.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I actually really fucking love the snow. Like the fucking scenery of it.
Oh yeah. I think that sounds great.
Not about like commuting and shit. That's like fucking, yeah, fucking suck my dick. Honestly.
There's only one point in time where I've walked outside here and seen everything is white. Only one time in my life, and it was
Fuck.
because that doesn't happen here. It was kind of unsettling.
Pretty much, okay, pretty much, like, my fucking first few years in Canada was, like, completely surreal, because, like, you know, fucking snow never happens in Brazil, right? It's, like, a fucking really arid place. And then you just come here in Canada, it's like, oh, fuck, it's all icy and shit. And all cool and stuff. And it's like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, right, this is a Fangame podcast, right? I forgot.
And do you guys like fan games that have snow?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Really like I Want to Know? Everyone got that one right? That's a classic.
There was like that Christmas one that was it Kermit 2 that had a Christmas area?
Yeah, it had,
What
it
game
did.
had that? You're like on a sleigh.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
was Kermit too.
like, yeah, that's so freaking cute.
Yeah, that one. That's good. That's good.
I'm partial to Fall into the Snow.
That one's okay.
Is there even snow in that game? I have no idea. There's
There are
particles,
snow
right?
particles,
What the fuck? Not real snow.
and also a snow background.
Ah.
When I
And the song is called Fall into the Snow, so it's basically close enough.
Nice. When I think about snow, the first thing that comes to my mind is snow equals ice, ice equals dome ice. That's like that's the first thing I think, because that'll stick in my mind for forever.
Yeah. You're gonna be 85, bedridden, and that's the only thing you'll be saying.
Dome ice, dome ice, dome ice.
It's like
The only
I
thing
want
you can
to play more fan game like adventure-ish games that have like cool needle that's in a snow area but without ice physics. It just has the aesthetic of like, you know, the kids walking through some snow. There's some spikes with some snow on top. It just
Yeah.
looks cool.
There are some games like that.
I think I Want to Be Friends. Isn't there like an area in I Want to Be Friends like that or something? It's like an icy area. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite snow-themed game, if you want to call it that, is probably Gay Wizards Christmas Delivery.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Christmas
yeah.
deliveries.
that is such an underrated game. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sad I never finished it, but this... I forget which boss I stopped on. I just did not like.
I'd wager the guess the ice block.
Probably. I forget. It's been a
That
while.
game has a legendary Zelda CDI boss.
That's like
God,
the
I
best
love
part of
that
the game.
fight.
The Toho splash card just makes the whole thing.
That's a classic.
But if honestly, if any of you guys have never played Christmas Deliveries, fucking big recommend.
It's a classic.
It's
Should I
really
play it?
good.
Should I play it at Christmas time or should I just play it whenever?
It is honestly a really good festive game.
In the spirit of the game, it was actually released in January, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Good timing.
It's like, oh fuck.
Like you can play it whenever, but I do highly recommend it. It's pretty fun.
I'm making like a list right now of games to play, and I should add that to it for Christmas time.
Didn't you also have like this idea of having like a list, sort of like how Wolfie has his own list?
I'm thinking
a
about
little
doing
challenge.
one. I want to call it the 2018 All Stars Challenge,
Ooh.
where it's like you just play like make a list of like 50-ish games from last year that were like rated 8 or higher on Delfruit, and just go play them.
Huh. I actually wonder how many of them are.
There's a lot. There's
Yeah.
over 80.
Okay, good. I was like, do Do we have 50 games rated that high last year? I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I'm just slightly worried about possibly finding enough variety because that might be a lot of needle or something, but we'll see. I may have to adjust what I'm doing, but that's the general idea. And then if it's fun, I will probably consider doing that for like every year, going back in time.
Oh yeah, speaking of Gay Wizards games, he actually has a new one that's gonna be coming out pretty soon, I
Oh,
think.
nice.
Ooh. I've actually heard about that like fucking start of 2018 and just never heard of it again.
I actually did some testing for his platforming.
Oh. Ooh.
It's about as good as you would expect.
Yeah,
That's all I'll say.
You know, Gay Wizard, he makes some really good platforming, I gotta say.
Yeah, honestly.
You could even say he's a wizard.
Yeah, he's a wizard.
Oh.
I really liked his area in Culture too. I think that's.
Yeah,
I've
honestly,
maybe
same.
played something else he's made, but that was a really fun area.
Yeah, like Gay Wizard has his own style and it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. He is really creative with how he uses different gimmicks and stuff. It's impressive.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but his music choices are also fantastic.
Hell yeah. He hits me with like Banjo-Kazooie as the first stage in Christmas deliveries, and I like you got me. I'm sorry, you got me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Balloons. The
Oh,
game that
yeah.
I still haven't finished testing.
Peace.
When that comes out, I will come out of retirement briefly just to play it because I've been looking forward to that game for years.
Hey, look, there was a boss in Balloons that I really didn't like, and I don't want to come back to it.
Fuck.
Big fuck.
At least until like they change it or something. I don't know. I really had a bad time with it.
Just
I
gotta
did,
pray for
yeah.
the release.
Or they could just release it without me. I don't care.
Yeah. I
How
mean,
close is it?
I have no idea. They're very vague on the progress of the game.
Hmm.
That sounds like Hito, didn't he?
Classic Hito.
Remember, he asked me to test Magnificent Stumble. And like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave
he
him feedback,
did. Right.
I gave him feedback on the right area. That guy stopped playing, and he never contacted me again for like any updates. And then he released it like a month later.
Good.
The right area was like only half finished at the time too, so like whatever. It was interesting.
Yeah, I tested a little bit of that game too, but it was only a few screens.
You know, the fucking hard mode of that game is like actually really, really, really fucking hard. Like honestly.
Oh yeah, I couldn't test the left area because there was a bug that made the entire area lag for me, but he never gave me a patch for it so I could test.
I bet that was intentional, Inferno. You were the man for the job. But yeah, I don't know. I think I stopped in one of those screens that had like a. I think they had like an optional 4.5 skip or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, the one with the
second
big
screen.
7. That wait, seven. The second screen.
Second screen of the right area.
I've stopped on the second screen.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
there's two 4.5.
I could have sworn I fucking played more than 3 screens. Oh no.
oh no.
Get him out. Alright. Alrighty. How about this little question? What is everyone's favorite fan game? That's a good one.
Run the marathon.
Alright then.
Alright.
Thank you, Pete.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
It's not quite as simple for me. I have like a list rating, and I don't want to be anything too is on the top, but I don't know if I'd say that's my favorite one. Like, it's certainly one of like my favorites. I don't know, like the game I have the most like affection towards might be the first Don't Want to Be Anything.
Of course. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Like either Don't Want to Be Anything 2 or the first one. Those are fantastic games, so I can't blame you.
I don't know. Like the first game.
I don't know about the first one. Oh man.
Hey man, it's Xanto's charm. How dare you?
It's just something about that game. I don't know. Like every time I think about it, I feel good.
It's understandable.
Zambi.
What about you, Cake?
It's complicated for me. 'Cause I always just feel like whenever it comes to like saying what game is your favorite, what movie is your favorite, what songs are your favorite, I always have to go by like genre or something. It's just a
Yeah, it's more simple for me because just Run the Marathon is probably the only fan game I'll give it 10 out of 10. Like, I love it, and I've just accepted that. Nothing's gonna come close, but now I just play stuff that fun, so it's not as big a deal, but I know for, like, everyone else, basically, it's not as clear.
Honestly, when I think what's my favorite fan game, I automatically think adventure games. I don't know why. Like, I don't think Needle. Automatically.
Yeah, well, it's up to like there's
Yeah,
fun as a
yeah,
factor, but
yeah.
memorability is another big factor in like how you pick what your favorite thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Because I mean, there's been a ton of Needle games that I've played and be like, yeah, this is really fun, but like when I think of fan games, I don't think of that Needle game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, and that's the thing too, is like there's plenty of games that either I hated or I have respect for and will always remember even though I didn't like it. But like I'll remember them over a bunch of adventure games or Neil games I actually really enjoyed. Like you also have to think about that.
And I'm the oddball case.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Before retiring, mine was like, it's called I Want a Briefing, some random Needle game that I really just loved. But now, I have no idea. I'd probably honestly consider Krypton. It's the only one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Alright.
look forward to that.
Yeah, same. I'm looking for it. Alright, Cake, I don't think we ever got an answer from you, but do you have
Okay, so like the game that I've probably put the most time into and I've had the most fun with and that I have like the most love in my heart for, it's like I want to play that game like when I get burned out and I want to come back like months later and try fan games again, I always boot up K3. Always, every time.
I was expecting a K2. Honestly, I was really expecting K2.
K2 is my favorite speed game for the
Understandable. Yeah, that's understandable.
Stuff. It's just I love the glitches. I love the speed stuff you can do. I love the bosses. They're fun to kill fast. I know a lot of people say they hate K2 because of the bosses, and that's I get where they're coming from. But
Yeah.
they're charming to me, and they're fun to do in a speedrun kind of situation. So whatever. Nang is probably my favorite when it comes to just platforming. I love the story that's told with it. I love the jokes. I love just the small screens and things. The fact that it has both like a shorter path you can take that's just more simple, or you can do the more in-depth stuff with all the secrets, and you have like the extra stage 10 area that's just super cool, and then you do it all again. Like that's just amazing to me. It always will be. And then there's stuff like Find My Destiny with the bosses, where you have the epic monsters that you go on an adventure and take down, and then that game strikes something special for me too. So there's a lot of favorites for me, but I guess by genre, that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah.
I want to say something about Nang. It single-handedly created the loser pit.
All right, buddy.
That's one thing to say about it.
All right,
Yeah,
buddy.
That's just so universal in the community now. It's just the loser pit.
Is it? I've only seen it once, and that's only in your game, frankly. Honestly.
It's universal for you.
It's universal.
Yeah.
Look, man. Look,
It
it was only for me.
Listen, man. E.
All right. Well, let's delve into something a bit odder. What's everyone's favorite avoidance game?
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait, does that
Well, that-
count?
Ooh.
Schrodinger.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, so question: is it like a game that just has an avoidance, or can it be any game that has an avoidance in it?
I'd say probably the.
Okay,
I guess-
can Rex be my answer.
Favorite avoidance game or favorite avoidance?
Well, okay,
Aw.
so if it's avoidance game, for me, the answer would actually be, I want to be the music too.
Ooh, man. Holy
What
shit.
an answer.
A long time ago, that was actually one of my favorite fan games. And I put a lot of time into that one, because I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, Music 2 was actually
Does seem
pretty.
really neat.
Yeah.
I just wish
Unfortunately,
there was
it's been
a lot less of a
abandoned.
grind to unlock stuff in it.
March and
it's-
Final Avoidance.
If we're going off of game, I'd definitely say Wrecked. If we're going off of fight, I'd probably say the avoidance at the end of Wanya.
I've never seen it before, actually. Fuck.
That's an interesting pick.
Hmm.
I mean, I play a lot of avoidance, but I'm not really a fan of it. That'll get, man.
If I were to pick one, it would probably be Turret, honestly. Turret is a really, really fun barrage boss.
I also really like it.
Yeah, Turret is
Turret's so
really
good.
fun to grind. That was like honestly one of my favorite avoidances grind, and it's like not a thing that happens ever, frankly.
Mine's probably an unpopular opinion, but I want to get better with avoidances. Is such
Well,
a fun
yeah,
game.
yeah, I was thinking about that as well, actually. Yeah.
I wish more games did that. It's just the fact that it has, first off, a medley. I love medleys. Medleys are my thing. Second off, it's a medley of avoidances, and a lot of the bosses, they give you like HP. They give you the practice gimmick. They give you things that you can do to improve at it, and then replay it. And then it has Turret that I can go in and just play for a while, and it's not as stressful as like trying to beat it without getting hit at all. But then if I ever want to, I can go and play actual Turret to get a clear. I love that stuff.
Mhm.
I've always been so sad that the community like rejects HP and avoidances. Like, I know it's a big controversial thing.
What?
Wait, what was that about, like practicing
Do
avoidances?
you guys know what I want to see, like really badly at some point? And if I was a good, like if I could code, if I could make a game, the game that I would make is I would do a game like I want to get better with avoidances, but then I would set it up to where you can get like a score system based on like how few or how many times you get hit, and you can like save anywhere in the fight you want to and practice it from there, or maybe you unlock checkpoints as you go and you can do that. And then if you want to get like the full points, you have to do it from the start, but then you can get partial credit for beating like from any point on and stuff like that, or for taking X amount of hits. And it would just be like a game that has a whole bunch of avoidances, and it'd be like a rhythm game, like a music game. Like
That's kind of what.
Yeah, it's
Music
kind of like
is.
Music 2, yeah.
Is
Except
it?
with like the auto saving or the saving little mechanic,
I
basically.
want to play that then. I gotta add that
It's
to my
a
list.
good game. I really liked it.
Mm.
The avoidance style is kind of archaic now, but it's still it's still fun to play. I think.
Music 3 was actually supposed to be in production, but it never finished. It got cancelled. Pretty sad about that, honestly.
I
Yeah.
think because Tora Niyumu ended up quitting and deleted all his game. Or at least
Ah.
it took them, made them not public.
Really, the only problem with Music 2 is that not all of the songs are available at the start. You gotta like farm points and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier.
Oh, for the longest time, I was grinding like the first 3 avoidances in that game for some reason.
How about you, Inferno? What's your favorite avoidance?
Schrodinger.
Is that the one with the cat?
Yeah, the derpy cat.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I remember seeing that boss like a long time ago, like before even Cultured Worm came out.
Yeah,
Fuck, that's old.
20,
My
it's a
god.
2012 game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
And it's like fucking barrage and shit. Fuck.
it was,
You know what's funny is, okay, believe it or not, that was actually going to be part of the Cultured One final boss at some point.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
The Schrodinger
Okay.
cat.
That would have been sick.
But
I made it stuck with I made it stuck with Cultured if it had that.
Hmm.
Shut up, JGB. Alicia sucks.
Wait, I thought you liked Alicia. What the fuck? Is that not a thing you like?
It's funny, but it's very rough around the edges. I don't really like it anymore.
Oh no. What about you
To be quite
guys?
honest, I also just don't look. I don't look back on most of my fan games anymore with a positive mindset. I just don't find fan games fun at all at this point.
What about you, Gab? What is up?
Okay, so remember I said it was an easy answer, right? I started looking at the Fangame folder and I'm stuck trying to decide.
It's gotta be TIS, right? It's gotta be.
No, I hate it.
What the fuck?
I like the modded version, but like, I don't know if that, I mean, I guess it counts. I really like that.
I really wish you would have cleared it with the half-screen stands.
I also wish that happened.
That would have been amazing.
And probably instantly like get access into the wannabes because of that for some reason.
You'd get instant access and then be shunned out from people like who aren't okay with decompiling to get clears.
Oh. Fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna think real quick. Okay, my favorite one is Paradox, the collab between Russians. You have ever seen that one before?
That was the one that Para is deleted immediately because of the Bitcoin minor thing that happened.
You know what? I just want to get Para in this podcast just to ask him what's your favorite avoidance. That'd be a good question.
He would say Meteor Stream.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, I think that's fair for him to say. Definitely.
I liked Meteor Stream, kind of.
Honestly, I do like Media Stream as well. I think it's really cool. There's like a lot of people that don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's terrible, but it has a place in history. So.
Yeah, it's one of those games. Yeah.
It's important for better or for worse.
It's like one of the things that like fucking was like the dick measure at the time.
That was, yeah. I remember there being like a ton of people streaming Meteor Stream, like very
Dude,
shortly after like I found the wannabes. That was kind of the thing to be streaming.
dude, never forget the fucking Seth mods. Oh man.
I made a mod of that myself.
Yeah, you did piano stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the MIDI version of it.
It was a really nice era. Yeah, it was either that or fucking you beat Banshee on like hard on mode or some shit. That was it. Oh fucking Donald stream.
I beat the Donald Stream.
Wait, what? I thought it was impossible actually. Was it not?
No, it's just one attack's a little bit harder.
There's also Piano Stream
Yeah.
and Asteroid River.
Ooh.
Piano Stream is slightly easier.
Yeah.
And then you have like the other version with like the fucking randomized attacks. That one's also a good one.
Right.
I like that one.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, when it was just me fucking playing Meteor Stream on my first time, it was I think it was like 2013, early-ish, and I just couldn't get past the fucking Danjo part at all. Honestly, it was like easily the fucking hardest part of the fight for me. But then after that, it was like fucking the sun, and that was it. The fucking sun, dude. It's like a silly ass pattern.
I knew the sun strats when I played it. So.
Yeah. There's like this specific pattern that you gotta do. It's like fucking
It took me forever to learn Strat and Rect. And that's in like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, Rect has like saves in between, right?
No,
it's
just 4 minutes.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like 4.5
yeah. It gets fast forwarded. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Dude, the fucking moment when like the samurai came up with like the fucking man, you can imagine the fucking adrenaline you get whenever that fucker comes up.
Oh yeah.
It's like a one of a kind feeling. You gotta fucking experience it, honestly.
I've experienced it twice, although the second time it was like a giant Ronald McDonald.
Classic.
Classic.
Have you tried Meteor Stream Kick? Out of curiosity.
I played it for like 5 minutes once.
Razgrills, he was like, "Hey, you gotta play this," and he sent me a version that had like some song that he said was like really funny, and then I just like, I played it, and I just kind of like stopped. I don't know.
The
I
platforming
think-
before the fucking boss is like, ugh.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Classic ancient client platforming.
It is so bad.
Oh yeah,
I
it was
remember-
Klein that made that game. Holy fuck.
It
Yeah.
was.
Huh. I always forget that, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I've played some of Klein's older games, and it's like the same stuff. He's improved so much with Butterfly and Emperor.
Yeah, I think Emperor has like a reference to Meteor Stream at one point with like the climb or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Klein do like self medleys?
Yeah, Who's done a few? I think Emperor.
Because I remember watching
had some of them.
like some people. Yeah, I remember some people playing Emperor, and there's like a medley stage with like some of his older work, like buffed and stuff.
I think that's the only one he's done though,
Okay.
to my knowledge. I think it had like an older game that kind of did that, but I forget. It's not like anyone remembers it either.
Yeah.
The only makers that really did that, other than them, are Tsuta and Carnival.
More people should do them.
Oh, and Pete,
What?
but who cares?
Oh fuck! I thought I fucking stopped the stream. Jesus Christ!
I mean-
oh my God.
For you, Piece, it'd be easy. You can make a medley of your own games. That's just you don't even have to make a game that have a medley stage. It's just the whole game. Easy.
Yeah.
I don't.
If I were to do that, it would be more of a permanent style thing.
I want to find the pieces of cheese.
No, what I'm waiting for is the Zhao Yang self medley. It's like almost 90 games at this point. Dude's insane.
Christ.
Christ.
I've beaten all but 5 of them.
I didn't even know he had that many.
I thought he had 100 actually, like more than that. He's that special.
I played his first he's ever made.
Dude, sadly, Wolsk Inferno barely, or no, he did not like the latest F game actually. Right?
Yeah, that's the reason why I deleted all my fan games.
Oh no.
I didn't like
yeah.
it, and I figured at that point, like, there's no coming back for me. If I just,
remember-
it's like another F game, there's no point in coming back.
I remember we were in call and you're like, oh, F new game, and then like 20 minutes later, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the marriage fucking proposal got revoked. Unfortunate. Alright, here's a good question actually. Who do you guys think is your favorite maker? This is a good one. I don't think it's ever been asked.
Can I say me, though?
Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy.
Active makers or just makers in general?
I guess makers in general, I guess.
If we're talking about the whole history of fan games, I mean, it's got to be Xanto because he's like claimed by
Yeah.
two spots.
Yeah. Yeah. Amen.
Otherwise, I mean, Denfrock's doing really well.
Dan. Oh.
Clazen's pretty good.
Mhm.
Cephalos.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look back at my list of my favorite fan games. There's Dribbit.
Game Wizard's also good.
Gay Wizard, yeah.
I
I mean, Geezer, I guess.
guess.
I guess.
Alright, buddy.
You only make another guy nag again.
I suppose we have to put him on the list.
Can't forget how I get
Get him out.
Katie's good, yeah, for Needle. I like the guy that made those cat games.
Oh yeah. I'll be
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, number one has to be Skywalker.
Yes. Yes.
Amen. Oh man.
That's fair coming from you.
I would have said, but at this point, I only have one good fan game I like anymore, and so I got to say Nader.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, you know what? Nader, your needle games are good. I'll put you.
Yo, sick. Honestly.
Everybody I know says that you're the king of making dot kid needle. So
Somewhat. I don't know if people have dethroned me since then, but I don't know.
Nah,
I haven't
Only-
seen much Dot Kid Needle.
Yeah, same.
yeah. Pretty much it's you, that one game by Stonk, and then a series of games of this one maker that are actually, they somehow made unfun. They somehow made unfun dot kid needle.
Good.
That was impressive.
If I have to go with one maker, it'd probably be Seth.
He's a good choice.
Understandable. Yeah, I would probably go with oh, sorry, go on.
He when Xanto and him made Grow Up, that was it.
That
Like,
is
confirmed it.
That is a 5-star fan game. Grow up.
That was. Yeah. Continue what you're gonna say.
Shout out to Fireman, man.
Yeah.
Fireman, man.
There he is.
Oh yeah, fucking I want to grow up. Yeah, that's a yeah. Yeah. Wait, what are you guys talking about that I zoned out? Fuck. God damn it. God fucking damn it.
I think our still one favorite makers.
Yeah.
Did you ever say yours, Nader?
Oh yeah, I would 100% say Santo. I think that he has I don't know, the most potential, I guess.
If there's one Xanto game that I should play, what would it be?
Easily don't want to be anything too. Yeah. Easily.
Honestly, I'd say I would recommend Grow Up if you want a shorter. If you just
Yeah,
want to play
sure,
Mega
yeah.
Man, if you just want to play Mega Man, play Grow Up. If you want
it's basically Mega Man.
it's just
Basically.
Mega Man.
That's
But
funny.
yeah,
It's got a little bit of lore as well, so it's pretty good. Lore
the
wise.
story in that game is so good.
uh,
But yeah, don't want to be anything too. I think it's the experience that most everyone should take.
oh man, don't want to be anything too. Is this really? Would you call it really hard? I guess
Yes.
It's pretty hard.
it's pretty hard, right? But I've seen a lot of beginner fan games, right? To fucking tank through that game, and I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, well, it's difficult in the more mainstream way.
Yeah, basically. Because you see
Not
top
the
tier
Beatles.
players fucking, yeah, take up 20, 30 hours ish, or 50. Don't want to be anything one. Ooh, that's a spicy boy. How about you? How about you, Gab? How about you?
I really don't have. Okay, I need to think for a second because most of the games I like, I mean most of them I have not played, but I know that if I play them I would be like, this is a masterpiece. But most games that I like are collabs. It's kind of hard to say, oh, this guy always impresses me. It's mostly when people go nuts together. For example, I know that if I try a collab 2, it will instantly become my favorite game. I like the looks of that game. I just want to play it. But if I can say someone who impressed me most of the time, Suda,
Good choice.
Terminates Maker,
Yeah.
and Skull, because I hate Needle, but Skull, I actually have.
Yeah, I liked Skull's newest game.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Escapism 2 is pretty hot. That's about it.
Tested by yours truly, so a lot of it should be good.
Same.
Same.
Not same. Fuck. Instead, I declined. Fuck. I'm sorry, Skull.
Hey man, hey, you tested my game. It's all good.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You guys want to hear a hot take?
Let's go.
So for me, what I prioritize in my enjoyment of a game is not the gameplay.
All right.
And I mean, it's important, obviously, but I really like it when a game has charm and production value.
Ooh, that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot.
And maybe that's why I like Don't Wanna Be a Thing 1 so much, but I don't know. Like, like yeah, the gameplay, like, it's kind of cheap and stupid, but the game is so much charm in it that I can't help but, like, enjoy myself when I play it.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I can also see that. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that can make a lot of makers very distinct is just you can play something by them and you know it's their stuff. You just from the weird things that they do, whether it be in platforming or like art style or anything, you could tell who it is and you're like, oh, this is their game. It's like classic.
It's definitely good to have a style as a maker.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Ipecac needle.
Classic.
Yeah, honestly, first person.
Never played it, but just knowing Ipecac, I can imagine how that would go.
I mean, like,
Hey,
You know
I
that
don't like
copy
his stuff.
pasta? You know that copy pasta that's like, sorry, I spilled my bag of Doritos?
Oh no.
that's his needle style, except it's all 32 pixels. Well, but it's distinctive too. Like you can look at a screen he made and tell he made it.
And he would go like,
That's
"Oh yeah,
kinda
that's
neat.
easy." Yeah, he'd be the type of guy who would fucking
Yeah.
do his own screen. His own screen is like 80 out of 100, and say, "Oh yeah, that's easy," like every time.
Does it ever surprise you guys, like, just how many different kinds of needle screens you can make with just spikes and blocks? It always surprises me when I think about it. It's like, geez, man, like, you can do anything.
There's a lot of styles. There's a lot of them.
I think for me, I recently played I won a Cakesauc3 300, the easy version of it, and that game just massively changed my outlook on needle and like how it should be done. That game just opened my eyes to seeing how creative you can be with even just a simple grid.
It's a very impressive game.
Yeah.
I love the Go 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 series. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, structurally.
Coco 200 is the one that originally made me want to retire.
I'm sorry that they towards like past 50, I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I had fun until Gravity Flippers, and then I was like,
Yeah. Same.
I got to the contrary plane save, and it just went downhill from there. Yeah, I quit at like 89.
Yeah, I wanted to do the maze in that really badly, but I got stuck on one save, and it's just like I don't care to beat it. Like I can't force myself to, because I just know there's gonna be like 10 more floors of stuff I'm not gonna enjoy, and then I might, get to the maze, which I'll probably have fun with.
It gets pretty fucking hard. It really does. Honestly.
I think that was the last time I streamed fan games, actually.
Oh no.
Hey, you stream V6. That's all that matters.
Wait, did you?
Yeah, I streamed the whole thing.
Whoa. Well.
It took 2 hours to get all trinkets.
Well.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And then I tried to stream Celeste, found out it lagged, and I haven't streamed again.
Man.
Oh yeah, never mind. This Meat Boy was during the same stream as V6.
But yeah, as for style in Needle, like how Ars was saying, like Cakesauc3 or whatever, Sun Lao, the guy who made him, really has his own style, as in like a really mazy structure, sort of like that. And it's pretty, I feel like it's somewhat 50-50, I think. Because like most people, or there's some people that don't like the, I don't know, the confusing, puzzle-y sort of platforming sort of deal. And then there's some people that actually do appreciate or respect the idea.
I love the puzzly platform ideas, but I think his needle itself is really bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
Don't worry.
okay, Plasma's Needle and Shiver, very puzzly, I do love it. But like Sunlaw's, I don't like it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. I can wholeheartedly say that Cakesauc3 300 is a very not good game. I can wholeheartedly say that. The easy version of that makes it fun and playable, but the regular version
Understandable.
is not it.
Yeah, I was playing the regular version for a while, and I got like 3 or 4 like tile set changes in, and it was like, this is getting a little too tough for me, man.
Yeah, the 230 to 240 in the original are extremely bad. I know that.
I was kind of like, I think I'd rather just switch back to like Crimson Needle 2 if I'm gonna grind Needle for an hour.
Ooh, hear that, Skull? Hear that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like, then I played the easy mode, and I'm having a lot of fun again. So
Crimson Needle 3 though.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Oh,
That's spicy. I cannot wait. Honestly, me and Max, fucking.
you guys are crazy, man. This stuff kills my hands.
Yeah, well, these hands fucking got really used to being bombarded. Fuck.
I think I'm just getting old. I gotta like take more care of my hands, stretch more.
Yeah, honestly,
breaks.
Cake, when I was, I think my 3rd finished run of K2, I literally felt like my fucking middle finger or my jump finger, it just wasn't feeling too well for like the next 2 days. Honestly, no good.
K2
Yeah.
from like the shooting, or
No, it was the jump button, so that's the weird part. It's like, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
The stuff that hurts my hands the most is like a lot of stages with lots of full jumps, especially when it's like
Yeah.
a grinder. Or it's like stuff like conveyors where you're constantly small hopping to keep yourself in like the same place.
Alright, here's a hot take. I actually like conveyors, honestly.
It
I
can be fun,
I feel like
but
the
they're
rush.
usually not used well.
I feel like the rushed aspect of it. I do like it.
I think that can be fun.
Yeah.
Like the thing about everyone hates ice blocks, right?
Mm.
The thing about ice is, I think if you use it instead of like to make it so people slip around, if you make it so that people don't stop running forward, I think ice can be really fun.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
I enjoy Betty area. Change my mind.
But air is alright. It's alright.
Ice can be good when used in the right ways. I think that's the thing people don't get, is that they try to make it with precise stuff alongside, and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
like
Because-
even like if you have an ice block, and then you just have the ice block, and then you have the spike, and then the spike creates a diagonal. If you don't have room to run up and like build up your speed,
Oh, that's the
just
worst.
Yeah.
just
Terrible.
walking up to it, terrible.
It's pretty much just
Yeah,
like
that-
fucking doing a corner. Terrible.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite ice physics though, this one game by Neos and Brasson, where if you spam A and move in the same direction, it will just zoom across the entire screen. That's the best thing.
Nice. What is it, like AD aligns or some shit?
It will speed up to like a speed of 9 or something. It's great. And you could actually slightly skip in a segment with it too, which is awesome.
That's great.
You know, my favorite ice physics comes from fucking, I Don't Want to Be Anything Too. Those are the best. Honestly.
Honestly, my favorite ice would probably be water ice from Ocean Wet Venture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Water ice is fun.
Water ice.
Best ice is ice conveyors from Cold.
Yeah, we're talking fucking platform water. Oh man. Talk about platform water. Oh man.
You know, like
Platform water. Oh my god, I forgot about that. That's the best thing in that game. That's so good.
It's good.
platform water is pretty great.
Alright, let's go. Conveyor adventure. Let's go, peace. Let's go. You gotta pay royalties if you do that.
Yeah, we each get a little bit of the profit. You know?
If I made like conveyor adventure, I'm pretty sure that's like the lowest score I'd get on one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like at least with vines, you just like a lot of people like them, so that's good. Jump refreshers are just jump refreshers, and then water is water. I don't know about conveyors though.
Hey man, the idea is out there. The idea is out there. Anyone can take it. Basically.
I mean, the reason I did the water one is because it's like been something that's been in my head since I made the refresher one.
Water's a good
But
gimmick.
I don't
like
have
it.
any ideas for a new one, and I'd like to keep it as a trilogy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I was surprised that there was no double jump water in Ocean Wet Venture, but I was also happy because that meant more different water.
the thing about double jump water is that it's too similar to normal water. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels weird to be using the default water.
Yeah, I see it.
But then like in comes the fucking ideas of like actually having to be creative with your gimmicks. I mean, damn. Like fucking platform water, who the fuck thinks of that, honestly? It's like, what?
Well, it came
Honestly.
from looking at the water code and being like, okay, so
Nice.
the water slows you down to 2 every frame. Well, what if I just slowed you down to 0 instead? Oh, platform water.
That's genius. That's genius.
That's great. Yeah, but it's cool to see that, like, how creative things have been able to be made just out of the simple jump refresher, vine, and water. Always cool.
Oh, here's
I
a.
enjoyed making them. So.
Yeah, I bet it would be really fun to make these. Like a fucking. It's like this new thing. It's like fucking.
It's fun
Yeah.
to play around with gimmicks that you've made yourself.
Yeah, it really is. Alright. You ready for this question? This is a hot one. Favorite gimmick?
V-Kid.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
It's always V-Kid.
I mean,
Always been, always will be.
if you count vines as a gimmick, then that would be mine.
Yeah, it'd be like platforms, vines, jump refreshers, etc.
It's gotta be vines for me then.
Catharsis water.
Yeah, that's a hot one. Yeah. Like fucking catharsis water and platform jumps. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shout out to monochrome perception.
I really like it with both vines and water, where they do the thing where like you have to do the screen like twice, and then the second time you get like the water or the vine that gives you the right jump, where you can finally use your re-jump to get
Yeah,
like
that's a
through
good
the
one.
gate at the.
That's a classic.
That kind of stuff's really cool.
The loop-de-loops. Oh man.
The old-
Loop-de-loop.
They become so characteristic in fan games nowadays. But yeah, for me, I would say platforms, like platform jumps. They're really cool. I feel like that little extra screen in monochrome perception. That was pretty much my fetish. Yeah, honestly. What I find really interesting is that I use platforms in a really weird way.
Yeah,
And
you
Fenna
use it
can
in
attest
such
to
a
that.
different way.
I use platforms as pretty much as like either jump refreshers or as blocks in some sort of way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To be honest, your platform usage is really weird. When it's
Yeah.
not used as a block. Like,
Yeah,
Some of the jumps you've made in Krypton are
honestly,
really weird.
the only reason why I don't use blocks in those cases is because blocks are too big. They're 16 pixels more big. And it just takes up a lot of space and it's kind of like ugly. I don't know. I don't like it.
You have a really distinct style. I think that's
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like the platform. Honestly, nowadays I don't use platform jumps anymore because like I don't think people like them now as they used to. Honestly.
You've already used 2 of them in Krypton. Maybe more.
Yeah, but okay. What? Wait. Didn't we use one for Dot Kid? We did, right?
Hey, you tried to use one, I had to nerf it.
Fuck. Yeah, I forgot. Dude,
Yeah, so
imagine platform jumps with Dot Kid. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. I had to nerf that one heavily.
It was genius though.
I'm sorry.
Honestly.
It was as hard as like some of the stuff we're making for Stage 5.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, also that is an argument. Mechanics versus gimmicks, like that is a thing. It's hard to differentiate them often. Like honestly, V-Kid would probably be considered a mechanic over a gimmick.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, going by Wolf's definition, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, there's so many to the point where it's just hard to tell, really.
Yeah.
Best gimmick is Meteor Mode.
Oh man.
Because it's like, well, are platforms, vines, like moving spikes, are these gimmicks or are they mechanics? Like, where do we go? Is mechanics what's included? Does it change?
Yeah, I
Is it,
guess
like,
that's a
how
good
the
point.
kid moves gets changed. It's just a big cluster.
I guess you just
That's-
generalize it for simplicity's sake, I guess.
Make
Yeah.
a conglomerate and call it thing.
Thing.
What's your favorite thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
You have to
spikes.
capitalize the first letter to make it differentiate than the real. the other word.
Cherries.
Listen.
I have to go with Chef Boyardee.
Hormel brand pepperoni.
Garfield penis.
And never forget your Hormel brand pepperoni every weekend.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
So someday I'll have a pepperoni reminder in my room.
It's like a daily thing.
Make a poster on the opposite side of my bed. Every time I wake up, I look at the poster. It's like, oh yeah, pepperoni.
Wait, is there some? Wait, do you have a fucking poster of pepperoni? That was funny. Yeah. That was...
It's a hypothetical.
I
Oh.
wish. God, I wish.
Only one goal in life.
Next time I'll bring pepperoni onto the podcast. Don't quote me on that. But I will.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about platform jumps, right? What do you guys think about platform jumps, honestly?
I used to like them a lot more.
Yeah, same, honestly.
Like
So I kinda
platforms,
just-
like under a block by a
Yeah,
spike,
yeah,
you
something
give
like
you,
that.
Your double jumps back and stuff.
Something like that, yeah.
They're fun.
They used to
But
be a lot funner, like back in the day. Now it's like kind of just like, I don't know.
For me, it entirely depends on how it flows.
Yeah.
Because you can
True.
have platform jumps that are really terrible. Like,
Oh my god.
not really terrible, but one of the common platform jumps that I don't like is you have like a spike left, and you have a platform under it, and you need to jump and then hit right, grab the platform, jump, and go back left, because that movement isn't very easy on controller. So it's
Yeah.
one of the movements that's like I'm not a fan of. But if you have like a thing where you like are just holding right and you jump again, and then you jump off the platform and like go through a bunch of crazy stuff, that's like one of the smoothest movements you.
Okay, so one of the worst movements that I hate about people using platform jumps, right, is when you have the highest V speed, right, and you're trying to grab this fucking platform below a spike.
yeah,
I
yes,
hate that
yeah.
so much.
That does not sound fun.
Simply. Honestly,
That,
it is so
yeah,
terrible.
that's not good. That's just quite simply put.
Yeah, honestly, will say I do somewhat like the one directly below a block, as long as it's like nerfed by like 8 pixels, 12 pixels. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, platform under a block. I'm not a fan of like mash platforms because you know that obviously entirely depends on if someone can mash or not. But if you have one of those and you can just mash and at some point you just need to fall off and then double jump, I'm fine with it. If you have to jump off the edge with like a full jump, that's when it gets bad.
It's not necessarily about you being able to mash. I mean, you can do it pretty slowly, honestly. You can
By
try to
timing,
like
It's not that bad.
you
Yeah,
can
but
just
then
like
you
try
need
and
to
fall
rhythm,
down
you have
first
to
and then like
rhythm
time yourself.
something.
The worst platform jump is the mash the mash in the ceiling, and like one block below is a spike, and you have to jump off the platform from that.
Ugh. Yeah.
Ugh.
Jumping off after mashing is the worst thing ever.
You know what's my
Yeah.
favorite platform meme? Where they put the platform like a little bit below the block, so if you jump way too much, you just get stuck. That's
Yeah, that's a classic.
Classic.
Uh,
also like the task approach to platforms. Oh, you just got through the platform? Yeah, you're not allowed to play the game anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys know those platforms where it's like this sort of a ledge jump, but like it's a platform instead of a block, and you sometimes
I
snap
hate
into
that.
that? Yeah, I hate that a lot.
Yeah,
You sometimes snap into it, and it's so fucking and
that's a yikes from me.
I guess
Yeah.
my platforms didn't either snap you or make you jump. I wish they just did one of those.
Yeah, it's always V-line bullshit. It's like, I
Because I
think.
can never tell. I'm always like, I go for it. It's like, I'm gonna need a jump, and then you snap by accident, hit the spike. Like, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically.
That's one thing our boy Yo Sniper fixed in his engine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, he thought it all. He thought of it all.
He thought of no solids, man. What a genius.
You know, I gotta say, the platforms in Neo Sniper Engine are the most, like, compared to normal games, they're the most, like, actual platforms that are out there for fan games. Because they're actually, like, they work how most platforms do in other games. But,
It's kind of sad because Yo Sniper's engine is like actually pretty good in its general coding, but the physics are just too different. To deal
Yeah,
with.
that's
Yeah.
too bad.
yeah, that's the thing.
Honestly, do we even need platform snapping? Honestly, do people even
We're just used to it.
just used to
Yeah.
it? Because like,
That's it.
It's really hard to change something you're used to.
I guess, yeah.
Exactly.
I was, like, really surprised at the reception of my game, because the entire game is based around the V-Kid. I assumed it was going to be, like, pretty polarizing, whether or not people enjoyed it, just based on
Well,
if they enjoyed the gimmick. But
It's still kind of general physics.
yeah,
just, flipping around.
a lot of it is gained to a place upside down and then switching to a right side up or upside down kid and doing platforming. Tried to keep it like that. I think it turned out okay. Just personally. So, yeah. Dude, everybody went on mute. Alright, so it's the Inf, Cake, and Gaboro and me podcast now. What's up?
Okay, let's
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so let's break it down. Cake, how many world records have you had?
How many? I don't know.
I have lost count. He's gonna say.
I could go look on my speedrun.com, I guess.
It depends, like, what you want. I'll rephrase it. What's your, like, proudest times and stuff? Because, like, I've gotten, like, a world record before and someone be like, wow, this time is not very good.
Sudoku world record.
I mean, man. I guess I felt pretty proud about my K2 time until Nader's been making it look kind of not so good lately. I felt really good about my Ning one. Ning was like probably the run that I like the most proud of. Looking back, I'm like, that was just a good run. That's like the one that like I'll actually go and rewatch because it's just like, dude, it was so clutch.
Yeah, that was a good run. That was a really good run. Yeah, I'm not cut out for speedrun, man.
And then like I don't know, just multiple of the things I've done in Wings of V were really good. I always love it when it's like I get the good run going and I'm under pressure and I know it in my heart. It's like I'm gonna clutch this, I can do it, and then I do it and it just feels so good. And V is one of those ones like where that's happened many times. But then as I talked about before, it's like it's hard to be proud of it later just because the game changes and then people find new stuff.
Yeah, I remember with Run the Marathon. Game world record in that was quite a lot to me, to be honest.
No, that's
talking
really
about,
impressive actually, because that was like heavily run by a lot of people too.
Yeah, it was also like I didn't play many fan games. I ran Run the Marathon. That's what I did. It was funny after because then when I try to play other fan games, I just suck. I'm not good at other fan games at the time. It was just I played Marathon. That's it.
Yeah, I think that they help you to improve your skill if you're playing games that are like especially if you're playing a game and running a game that's a lot harder than a lot of other games that you want to. Marathon's it's I don't know if I would call it like a super difficult game. It's hard.
It's hard, but
I don't
like,
think it's gonna like make you a better needle player or something if you run it.
Yeah,
probably.
no. It's like a lot. Even in the final stage of that game, it's a lot of the jumps. When I started running it, I was like, okay, how the fuck do I do this jump? This doesn't really look doable. And it's like nowadays I look at, I'm like, oh, I go here and then I re-jump. It's like simple.
Yeah, so like if you run a lot of like tough needle heavy games, then I think over time you kind of get in your head like, okay, this is a jump that I'm familiar with, even if it's in a completely different game, and so that can make you a lot better.
Yeah, Marathon won't make you better at Needle, but it'll make you better at golf.
Exactly. Exactly.
I can't wait for golf to make its return in the next Marathon game. I cannot wait. I love how single-handedly the song that was used in the golf area is now the golf song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I love the reception that game had when it was ran in fucking AGDQ, right? 2018. It was fantastic. Yeah.
2016. Yeah.
What?
Oh no, that Run the Marathon was ran in AGDQ 2018, right? And the reception that the golf area had. Yeah. And the reception it had was like fucking fantastic. I was like, oh man.
I was very happy with the amount of reception that game got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit depressed at how K2 is
Same.
received.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I couldn't see very much good coming from K2, to be quite honest.
I honestly, I think I expected a lot. I don't know why. I don't know.
I was
I expected more people going like, "Oh fuck, this is actually sick," but then instead it was like, like
Yeah,
fucking.
it's harder because if you don't know like how the game plays and feels, you don't know how hard things actually are. When somebody breezes through, it's like, oh, this looks simple. And the thing about fan games is there aren't many movement mechanics that make it look like impressive, or like many skips that make things like, oh, this is a sick movement that you can do. Like you look at like Celeste, and even if you haven't played it, the movement now looks impressive.
Yeah, it's all about the speed. I think if the character is dashing around super fast, it looks precise. It looks impressive. It looks like you've got crazy reflexes and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're not, then it's hard to relate to it. We had the same problem with Wings of V when that got run at GDQ, where we were like, oh, we're so hyped up, it's in GDQ, and then most of the reactions were like, oh, this looks kind of boring. Like, it looks like an easy game.
Fuck.
We're like, what?
Fuck.
Yeah,
The fact that, like, you know, BVF, like, he chokes on a boss at the end, people are like, oh, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh man, it was so tough to watch. Honestly, fuck.
So one video completion. Can't believe this.
Unbelievable. Fucking bring back Final Fantasy IX with like a 9-hour run. Yeah, alright.
now that
Okay,
That is
dude.
a speed run.
Like, I never get that. Except for, like, maybe nostalgia, I guess. I don't get it.
The slower runs do that sort of appeal.
Yeah?
In my opinion.
I don't
The
know.
Yakuza runs that Froob does are very fun to watch.
How long is it?
Currently, the fastest Yakuza run, or any percent, is like just under 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, runs like those, like fucking Super Mario 64, 120%. Or 120 stars. It's always a classic. It's like those games that are always in the GDQ. It's like fucking Final Fantasy, Pokemon, fucking, I don't know, Mario games, etc. It's like,
Yeah, that's also a thing with Bashi Wolsk, is that every save in Bashi has something different. It's like,
Yeah.
You're right.
like every save in that game is just something else that's wacky and crazy, which I respect it for. It's just there's always something happening, no matter what.
I do feel like I've been too hard on Bashi over the years. I gotta give it some credit that it's a very unique game overall.
He knows how to capture people's attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sovereign. Like he found the perfect formula for a game to get popular.
Like I think Boshi and Kill the Guy does that perfectly. I think. But Kill the
Boshi
Guy
does
not
it
as
bit
much.
better than Kill the Guy.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, you throw in the memes,
100%.
you throw in the references, the stupid screen effects.
Whoa.
And then you put a lot of production on it and bang, you got Bashi. Also, the thing about Bashi is it like even though it is a fan game, it looks like a real game. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like even K2 doesn't look as much like a game as Bashi does.
It's a very niche game. It's a very niche little thing.
Yeah.
I think Bashi is more like a global sort of thing. Globally appreciated business. But I can understand people's like, I don't know, like their reaction towards like these quote unquote Bashi games or whatever. It's like when you compare it to Bashi, it's like, oh, I'd rather fucking see Bashi, right? Fucking
Yeah, one of the big comments on the K2 run on Reddit that I saw in multiple places was about how Bashi makes so many references to other games, and so it's a real fan game, whereas fan games like K2, it's not a fan game. It's just it's a
fan
game.
Pretty
I
much.
want to be the guy fan game engine stuff, but it's its own creation, and people can't relate to that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically.
same with like even with Run the Marathon. Like you go into different worlds from old school games. Like you're going through these things that people have like a past with. It's like
Yeah, and people really liked it, and it was sick.
Run the Marathon does well. I think Find a Cure would do well if that got in for the same kinds of reasons.
Yeah,
yeah.
it hasn't been speedrun though,
Worlds
right?
would do well.
Yeah.
Find a Cure would be an interesting run because that looks like a hard game.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'd be really interested in watching that. Somebody ever does it.
Especially, I really like to see that last area being pathed out.
Okay, so
What was the last area again? Metroid?
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I think the only one to do any sort of runs of Find a Cure was Cosmic, and
Of course.
he so for Metroid area, I don't know how it works, but you'd have to ask Plasma. But basically, he gets hit by one of those bat enemies, falls through the lava, and then he does some platforming off screen, and then he like accesses places that he's not supposed to really quickly. I don't know how it works, but it
A weird out of bounds thing.
That's really funny. I want to know.
Interesting.
I gotta see that actually.
The GDQ would love probably Find a Cure with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got everything. It's got fucking
the first
Cuphead.
time I saw War of the Worlds and the Doom area popped up, I was just
Oh my
I
god.
was grinning, man, my jaw dropped. I was so happy.
Yeah, I think the Doom area would be really popular to the GDQ.
yeah.
Just because of how different it is.
I was really, really, really impressed by that, honestly. It's like, holy fuck, a 3D element in a fan game? Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed too. I didn't make it.
Yeah, it was that monk. It was that monk. I think.
Oh, him? He's a
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. That makes a really good coder.
Yeah.
But so far, it seems like the games that are showing up at the fan game marathons, they've been really good as far as connecting the dots between fan games and other stuff that's in normal gaming culture. I kind of hope that keeps up.
Yeah.
That's been the goal since the beginning. Like
No
with
pressure, cheese.
With Run the Marathon, we were like, okay, well, we want to make a game that kind of appeals to a lot of people, and we want to kind of have it like, I don't know, accessible to outsiders. So instead of making references to a whole bunch of other fan games, let's just make references to classic games.
Yeah.
It's just what the formula's been.
Yeah.
But-
It's been doing well with it.
Like, here's the thing too, with like Camellia 2, for example. I run that game. I've been running it for years. I still don't know who the frick some of those characters are that show up.
Same,
Like the random anime waifus and Toho people and whatever. I'm just like, whatever. There's this one lady singing this one song, and this one person throwing hearts at me. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know their names. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they're from. And if people ask me, I'm just like, I don't know. Look it up. Someone else knows.
Yeah, she's
Like-
from K2, right?
There's like other and people on Reddit were being like, I watch anime a lot, and I don't get these references. And I was like, yeah, me neither. But it's a cool game. But I guess you don't see that.
Yeah. Definitely see that.
Skull
Alright, Scully being tested. Let's go.
Because I don't.
Like,
I don't know.
Like sometimes I actually wonder, like, how different is that perceived in like the Eastern community of fan games? Like when they see these games, when they play these games, are these games making references to stuff that they're like familiar with on a regular basis, and so are they more popular for them for that reason? And are we seeing something else of value in those games that they never intended, or is it different than that?
I don't know.
That's hard to tell.
I mean, all I know is that, you know, GDQ is from a Western audience, and the Western people, they like their classic, you know, Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's like in Japan. Probably not the same.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, that side created Miku avoidances, so I don't know what they like.
Good old love trap. Good old love trap.
It's hard
Ooh.
to tell.
It's crazy that avoidance is what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy from one game, right? Love trap. Just inspired this, you know, this Miku advance.
No, alright, the OG avoidance is Gravitron. Change my mind.
Hey man, why didn't you include Gravitron in your game? What's up with that?
I don't like avoidance, that's why.
What the fuck?
I had considered putting a Gravitron in it, like in the final stage, but I was like, yeah, I don't like avoidance. I don't really want to ruin the pace of my game. I'll pass.
Honestly, that probably did you good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, because there's a lot of needle games, like Sunspike and some other examples, where there's the needle and then the boss, and it's like, plenty of people play it just for the needle, and then don't care for the boss, and then plenty of people want to play it for the boss, but don't care for the needle. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that to be a problem, so I did.
She stopped the meltdown. Thought it all through.
Yeah!
Thought
That
it all
game
through.
hasn't figured out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot from that fan game nowadays. It's kind of sad. It's a really, really, really good fan game. Like,
Yeah, I like Meltdown.
yeah, easily one of my top 10s actually. Honestly.
I mean, Meltdown was the game that, like, really got me in the needle. Like, I played Nang, and I was like, thank God this is over. Like, I had fun, but it was so hard for me. But, like, Meltdown was the first one where I was like, okay, this seems like it could be fun.
I didn't like the tile sets for Meltdown too much. The spikes looked kind of funny to me for some reason, and the water was kind of a pain, but I liked the rest of the game. The avoidances were a lot of fun too.
You know, I kind of understand why. It makes it seem so that the spikes would kill you at certain places, but it doesn't sometimes. It's weird.
It always throws me off when like
Yeah.
spikes are just a little bit different. Like the spikes that like they're like have like really bright outlines to the point that like it almost glows, and it's like, okay, where exactly is the edge of this thing? Or other times where like the outline is like a dark outline on a dark background. It's like, okay, where is the edge of this thing? Like I can never tell. I die to stupid jumps all the
Yeah.
time on those kinds of screens.
Yeah.
And Meltdown did that to me a lot for some reason.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I
That's
respect
understandable.
Meltdown for what it did, but I just didn't like it overall. I didn't have fun with it very much.
Meltdown has a lot of 2-frame jumps, what I've noticed.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of short hops sort of things.
It's impressive because it's a very corridory game, and then like not much of it is just standard corridor needle. It's like it uses it well. So yeah. I mean, I can talk about loving Meltdown like all day, but like I'm good. Basically, great game. Play it.
Yeah, whenever I do some game making, right, for Needle, I always keep in mind that, about two things, actually. About, like, fucking controller players, right, first of all. And second of all, right, people that cannot do 2 frames consistently, I try my best not to put any 2-frame jumps in my games.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, I have a handful of jumps that I despise, so I never use them. Like,
Corners.
There's the obvious answer of my latest game because every VVV like stage ever besides like Run the Marathon uses a crapless 16 pixels in it, and there's like I'm pretty sure there's a single 16 pixel landing in my game.
Amen, dude. You deserve a fucking round of applause for that.
I like
Honestly.
16 pixels when there's a block you can hug that lines you up with it.
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
about it.
wall hugging 16 pixels. That's my man.
Okay,
I love
there's
those.
one kind of 16 pixel I like that's like really weird, where like instead of like landing in between two up spikes, you land in between two down spikes. And for some reason, it feels better going in.
It's a lot.
It really does.
I don't know why, but it is.
I've seen like you have a left spike and you have a right spike and it creates a 16 pixel
Yeah,
gap, and that's like way easier than two mini spikes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love
better
that.
judge because you're right next to it instead of you have to kind of guess since it's further down from where you are.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, those feel a lot more satisfying for sure.
But it's still not as good as having to block the hug.
Yeah.
I do not like those Skull. I
Those
don't.
ones suck.
Yeah,
Honestly, just flat out.
it's not those suck, not because it's the 16 pixel itself, but because they're always used in the worst places. Like I've never seen that specific formation be used in a non-awkward way by itself.
You know, it's weird when you think about it. It's like fucking. It's gotta be like psychological at this point.
The Mexican 16-bit.
I want more 11 pixel gaps, Walsk, just for you.
Oh man.
Oh
The
man.
Wolfie
Okay.
signature 12 pixel wall hunt.
Oh,
I like the drops that are like, it's like a one block gap, but there's like mini spikes placed left and right, and you have to weave in between them. I really like that kind of drop. Like you can move back and forth really quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed I'm a lot bigger fan of drops than I thought, especially like most of the things I make are like left, right, left, and that's how I do drops. Like
That's
always.
how drops are usually done.
Most of the time it feels like
Designing drops are actually pretty tough. I feel like tough to be like creative on.
Yeah.
I usually end my drops with like a fucking double jump T-bone or something like that, or just a drop T-bone. It's not the same as a drop gate because it's more lenient. It's perfect, honestly.
That's perfect.
Drop gates and drop diagonals are not my favorite
Yeah,
thing to do.
that's-
No, I hate
Like
drop gates.
Like the drop diagonals where you have to jump through it, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate those.
Don't
Oh,
do
dude,
that.
fucking full speed diagonals. Oh my god, miss me
That's
with
like-
that.
Gross.
It's like
terrible.
the same as like full speed platform free jumps, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like this. It just becomes like frame perfect shit. It's kind of like ugh.
Yeah.
Frame perfect in the bad way because there's plenty of frame perfect jumps that are fine.
Oh, gate jumps are 2 frame perfect, and 16 pixels are also 2 frame perfect. Therefore, they're the same difficulty.
I love the firm belief that good needle involves movement while foregoing precision.
Yeah.
I see it.
I always like to prioritize airtime in my needle.
Yeah.
Airtime's good.
Yeah. For me, most of the time it's about the path that it creates. Like obviously I want good needle around
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm very important about the path.
Oh man, that reminds me of Krypton. That one save Inferno with like the 1,016 pixels.
Yeah. That's a good save.
It's obviously Dotkin though, so it's alright.
Yeah. I think that's one of my favorite saves, honestly. You did good.
I did good.
The entire dotted section, though. Ooh. It's,
Real good. Real
That was-
good shit.
yeah. I can't wait to get it out, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, get on it. It's your turn.
Oh yeah, right. You Hey, dude, you sent me the next thing like fucking at like 5 a.m. or some shit.
And?
And
Oh,
You should
okay.
already.
I literally told you that I would reciprocate. All right. by giving you the business back by midnight or whatever. It was like fucking 5 a.m. Oh no. All right, but yeah, I don't know. Fucking 16 pixel shit.
16 pixels are a big yikes. Big.
Easily my least favorite jump. Easily.
It definitely gotta be careful putting those in games. They can
Yeah.
be fun, but usually not.
Set up 16 pixels are right. The rest is kind of just like. Ugh.
Yeah, like probably my least favorite common jump would be a diamond.
I like diamonds, honestly. I don't know why.
I can never consistently hit the same height for my second jump.
The way I do diamonds is that I kind of like jump, or rather I dip and then jump a bit higher than usual, and then press left when I'm kind of falling down, like that sort of strat. It's pretty unusual, but I find it pretty consistent.
I see what you're saying.
Remember that there's that GIF that was it JGB who made it, or it's like the 10 different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Jump.
Oh man,
I'm the
I remember
cheater.
that.
I just go over the top. I don't do it bad.
Peter. I'd say my least favorite would be the corner.
Yeah,
I-
understandable. I hate those corners where it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like fucking pointing to the bottom left arrow thing. I don't know. I don't even know how to fucking describe it.
But if you look at it,
block tricks are fine.
It's sort of like
I
this. Let me
corners-
hold up.
I
Let me
like
draw
corners
it.
that you jump out of, but I don't like corners that you jump like into to get through. So like when they're pointed at the kid and you're on the ground setting up for it, it's like, oh gosh, I don't like it.
Like
But if I'm like
these.
standing next to the vertical spike, I can jump out. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Cake was talking about.
Yes,
I
Peter.
do know.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Those are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Frankly.
So the thing is, I don't like corners, and I doubt I'll ever use them in something I make, like to be required. But I end up making a lot of corners, so I end up putting things in said corners. So like, I guess I don't hate them that much. I guess.
I hate inverts. I don't like when people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they're rough.
Yeah.
But do you know why I also hate that people can get away with like not putting inverts but putting this? Wait, I'm gonna try to make it in the chat. That shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Half inverts. Yeah. Terrible.
it's a required 5 pin that isn't a gate, therefore it's impossible.
Oh man.
Oh, my man Charlie, classic.
Goddamn Charlie.
What is a Charlie again?
It's like this
That
corner
corner
plane hybrid.
Then named.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Exactly. Oh. Alright, so here's my hot take, right? Hot take of the day. 2 block trick corners are pointless. Personally, it's like a waste
You
of
know,
space.
You know what I was about to say?
get out of here.
Get him out.
2 block trick corners are like super fun and satisfying to do.
Yeah, see, this guy knows what.
Oh
to
no.
See, it's the only type of corner I like.
If you ever want to just have some fun in J-Tool, just go make like 5 like 2 block trick corners and make them like descending order, like a staircase, and just do them over and over and over. It feels good. Just do it.
Shout out to the 69 block
Like,
corner.
That's what I like. That's why I still like Biogom's area and Shiver, because of that one save.
Where you full jump and then go for the 2 corners.
Yeah.
That one's epic. Yeah. It's like I don't mind 2 block trick corners now because I know I can 2 block trick them. For a really long time, I didn't. So every time I time it, and that's why I don't like them, because people who don't know are gonna be stuck.
Oh, even more of a reason to justify my statement. There we go. There we
When
go.
I first got into fan games, I was having trouble with like basic platforming a lot, and then I found Zarai's strat guide on the Iwana community forum, and that thing just like it blew my mind how many like easy setups there were for so many jumps that were giving me trouble, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this knowledge gives me power.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
I just like had so much fun with fan games after that. Everyone should read that guide. It should be made into like a video, like posted on every single Discord channel.
I think
for
JGB had
Fangame
a
community.
little idea like that one time. I think something like
I
that.
remember we had the Needle Wiki, and he asked me to write some articles on Alliance. After like a month.
Denfrick had a good video on like Alliance and V-String magic and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
that I
I-
watched a few times.
I don't fully get Alliance, but I know them enough from reading Zarai's guide and watching Den's guide. Those like helped a lot, but still just confusing.
I get lost whenever, because I know the count to 3 thing. You like stand there, like, okay, this wall gets me the closest to this spike. Let's count to 3 and find the one I can get. But then it's like whenever there's like a 16 pixel gap, that's when I'm like, okay, wait, now what?
when you get off the 32 pixel grid, it's time to grab walls. That's all I can do.
And then that's when I give up and I put it with Ghost It and J-Pool and just go touch walls and see which one gives me the right number.
Exactly.
Being the math nerd I am, I managed to figure out how exactly it works, so I'm good with like. figuring
Honestly,
out
honestly,
which
watching
line to
V-Align, V-String videos is kind of like the equivalent of like watching a Vsauce video, and I love that. Honestly, it's completely analogous, and you can't prove me wrong.
They both start with V.
get. See,
That's
you
it.
got a good point there.
Yeah, Kanata's video. Kanata had like 2-hour videos or some shit of like V-Aligns and shit. It's really weird. Honestly, until now, I don't understand V-Aligns, but that's kind of like probably 90% of the community.
Kefe had just barely shared with me his little like
Oh
guide
my
that he
God.
has on like the physics of the kid and vertical movement or something, whatever it's called. I need to read through
Yeah.
it. Like,
He has like his own spreadsheet, right, of like jump heights, and it's like, holy fuck. He took the time to like calculate the amount of pixels you move, or you fucking move per like, I don't know, a full jump, a 15 frame jump. It's like,
I had
my
the whole
God.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, my God.
that stuff's cool to me.
It's pretty interesting, yeah.
Kanata's an interesting specimen, especially after working with him for that math PhD game.
Good.
Oh yeah, how did that game come? Well, how did Math Major 2 come about? And number 2, how did Math PhD come about?
Math Major 2 was just me wanting. Math PhD was basically Kanata saw Math Major 2 and he thought it was too easy.
Kanata's big dick move. Power play.
So I said I'd help him make his dream math game, and that's what he's been.
Wait, so question. Is that game beatable, and has anyone beaten it?
Well, the last question is practically unsolvable, but it's theoretically solvable. It's more of a
Basically.
test of computer power.
Yeah,
But,
basically.
like we aren't at the technology to be able to solve it yet.
See,
So
no
maybe-
guard.
maybe the technology isn't there.
If you wait like 50 years, we can beat math.
Yeah, see, no guard. Fucking tried to run the last question on his computer, and it's like, he didn't even come close to it after like 1 hour.
Yeah,
It's
and the
pretty
bonus
interesting.
question is, it's like, yeah, it's an unsolved question.
Yeah, you pretty much need a quantum computer for that. Jesus Christ. My God, no guard. Fuck. Yeah, that's interesting.
That's a yikes from me.
I mean, there's an answer, theoretically. I mean, you know.
What I can say is I appreciate the soundtrack in Math PhD. It's very good.
And Major.
So Wells, how it checks the answer is it does the math. Like Game Maker calculates it. See the thing about
Wow, holy
the
shit.
thing about the question is that it's very easy to verify, but it's incredibly hard to actually like solve.
So if Game Maker drew that solution, would it be able to like put it in the game, or like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. As in, like, okay, you make it compute the question, and then you make Game Maker draw that solution. Like
Draw
in a
the
screen.
solution.
Like, I don't know, just put it on the screen, basically.
Well, you'd have to have the solution yourself before you put it in.
Ah, well.
And you wouldn't be checking it with Game Maker because it takes, like, to compute the correct answer on my computer, like, for the last question, it took about 20 minutes.
Nice.
Jesus. Nice.
That's good. That's good.
That's great. Wait, is that just to compute an answer, or is that to compute it to get it right?
Well, both really. I mean, if you put in an answer that's incredibly wrong, then yeah, it won't take long. But you need a lot of digits for the real answer.
Good. Good.
Great game.
Yeah, it's an interesting. I like how there's not a single like rating on Delphi. It's just people giving comments.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until Wolf gets that on roulette.
Yeah,
May as well just skip it.
Basically. Well, it's possible. It's possible.
No one will know until someone solves the last one once. Or the pilot, but you know. Actually, maybe someone already found it by decompiling. I don't remember.
Wasn't the screenshot in on Delphi for that game? Isn't that like a bonus question?
Wait, is it on there?
I think. I don't know. Somebody said it was like either a bonus question or just a
No,
simple one.
the fruit question is not the bonus one.
Ah.
That's question delta.
Okay. Honestly, the fact that those games exist are like, you know, I find that to be cool. I don't know about you guys. It's like,
It's interesting.
it's all right. It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I do like. So, when Math Major 1 was released, that was at like a very different time with Fangames than it is now. Because I feel with now, I don't know how it was back then, but definitely with now, when Math Major 2 was released, I was like, oh, okay.
Alright, another one.
Another one. Let's go. Like,
Hey, it fucking made TJ come back to Fangames for a second. Yeah? It counts for something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
TJ was pretty excited when I linked it to him.
Understandable. But yeah, honestly, it's a really good, it's a really good stream if you just stream Math Major 2, and then you get like people, pretty much just spoon feeding you the answers. It's like, oh, well, fuck. Well, too bad I don't know my calculus. Shit.
well, yeah,
And basically, fuck.
basically.
But
Please, how do you get into making Sudoku? I'm curious about that.
Well, that was back when it was a lot more memey. And I liked Sudoku back then. I mean, I helped make the final boss of Sudoku. And I ran it for a little bit. And I
Oh,
realized, man, I really like this format. And back then, my main approach to making games was to copy other people.
good.
Like with Crimson Ripoff and, stuff like that. So I decided I'd make my own, had medley experience already. So that's what came out of it.
Oh man.
I can say you definitely made a banger.
Debatable.
Debatable.
Hey, like, here's the good news. I'm gonna remember that, and that's all I can really hope for.
I'm glad to hear that.
Void banger.
Hey, Piece, you remember when we were just going back and forth with the record of Sudoku? Oh man.
Yeah.
And then we had
Too
that
bad.
one. Yeah, we had that one race in fucking Fangame Marathon. You said, "Oh, I didn't practice at all," and then you fucking get the record. Yeah, all right, get him out. Get him out.
It's too bad I have that perfect time now. You'll never beat me.
Okay, buddy. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that as a challenge.
You're doing it, please. Get him to stop running K2.
It's your next mission, buddy. It's your next mission.
The only way to stop there is just to give him too many speed games.
I have like at least 20 Fangame speed games. Or something.
Nice.
Honestly, I'm pretty much just like milking Fangames at this point.
Hey, when are you gonna return to Oritway?
Oh man.
Do you
Actually,
speedrun anything that's not a fan game, neither?
okay, here's a fun story. I've actually tried and speedrun SMB1 actually for like a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah, I got near like a 5:30. That's not too bad, but my god, Super Meat Boy. Yeah, all right.
Later. When are hot Happy Wheel speedrun?
Oh man. Is that even a thing? If that's a thing, then God help me.
Gotta go back. Go back to the times, man.
There's no way there's a happy with
But yeah, basically. But yeah, like SMB1, right? And I guess V6 a little bit. Yeah. I raced Arts with V6 for a little bit. It was alright.
Have you started trying the death attempts?
I haven't launched V6 in like 2 weeks.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it was a little bit since I launched it, and I did some deathless runs, no lie.
Yeah. Here's a decent little question to kind of just like round off this little podcast. Do you do you guys believe that your Fangame skills reciprocate in like other non-Fangame stuff, like your skills in Fangames into like, I don't know, V6 platformers, etc.
To some
I could
extent.
say that.
Yeah, you and
Fangames are-
Celeste, right?
I could say fan games didn't make me better at the games, but maybe better at improving at the games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for me it was backwards. Like other games helped me be better at fan games.
You know what? You know what fan games have taught me? Like playing them, momentum sucks.
You're right.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy is really bad at that.
Doesn't Celeste have momentum as well?
It does, but it's a very tolerable amount.
Yeah.
And it
I
feels
guess.
good.
Celeste does it right.
Yeah.
Because I don't like momentum in platformers either, but Celeste was good.
I think the end is now. I didn't do it well either, honestly.
The momentum's not that bad in the end of this night, honestly.
It's
I
better
don't
than
know.
Meat Boy, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it's up to taste. I really like the end.
Hmm.
I respected the end is night as well, and I'm disappointed I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I think it was also that a lot of the physics are floaty, and it put me off a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
I got to the I did get to the water section. I hated that gimmick, so I just quit. I did not like the water in that game.
I honestly, I guess the most fun part about the end of this night for me was trying to find tumors. I guess. That was pretty fun. Like the fucking
Tumors are
secret searching. Yeah.
But I think in general, the mentality that you have to get to improve at fan games, where you're going to say, I'm going to take the time to like sit down and analyze this jump, figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to grind this boss, and I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to, study this stuff, talk to other people about it, try to brainstorm what I'm doing wrong, solve the problem. So it makes you a better problem solver in video games, and so they can make you better from that regard. I think you also know that if you get better at fan games, because fan games are so brutally difficult, that you have more confidence going into other games you play. So they do definitely help you in those ways.
Yeah.
But muscle memory is a big part of it. So you still have to learn like a different game and like learn the mechanics and get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like become a little stereotype that I wouldn't be the guy players kind of just like fucking beat through any other platformer. Like it's fucking nothing. Oh yeah, K2 remake. You guys want to run that off with that actually?
Oh yeah, we got the guy too. Of course.
We got the guy. Yeah, the tester himself.
I wanna be the guy.
All right, K2 remake. All right.
So what about it?
Okay.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Okay. It's a very big game. It's very big. It has a lot of things that I kind of oppose to, and a lot of things that I really like. For example, right? I don't know. I actually have no idea how it isn't breaking out, right? Yeah, but Nue, right? Nue, I think the changes in Nue I did not like much. Like the little phase shifting or whatever. Like I don't know.
How they put the pattern before.
Yeah, pattern the UFO. Yeah, I don't know. And not only that, but like having there actually not being a floor, or I don't know, like not having a floor in that.
I think the floor was a big nerf in K2. I remember playing the Breaking Out New. I don't think there was a floor.
Yeah, I was actually
pattern was
wondering
also
about
way,
that as well.
way different. And of course, the original New was way worse because you had Necron physics. So the phase ordering. I think UFOs was last in Breaking Out, if I remember right. So I think that's how it's supposed to be as far as that goes. But there was something satisfying about doing the pattern last in OGK2.
Yeah, it just felt pretty climactic, I think.
I think that the new A fight in K2 is a little bit too easy for it to like be really satisfying with the UFO phase. The UFO phase would need to be harder, but I don't know if people really want to buff that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It really caught me off guard, for sure.
It's up for debate. A couple of things that I've heard people complain about is the amount of damage that's been added that you have to do to both Influka and Nue. Because they both have an HP buff, and the iframes are on Influka, they're unchanged, but on Nue they're shorter, so you have to shoot more.
Oh, huh. Yeah, I didn't notice that. But I honestly really liked the idea of like buffing Influka, so you can like actually see what's going on in Influka. I've actually seen people getting into Podchain and they're like, what the fuck? This exists?
Today was the first time I've seen that.
Honestly, the first time I saw that was when TJ was like trying to do those what was it? Like he was trying to do Influka over and over again in like one attempt or some shit. It was really funny.
He was going for some world record for the amount of time to stay alive on it. Which there's actually spoiler alert if you haven't watched it before, but there's now an achievement where you can do the entire fight as an avoidance.
Wow.
And that's an achievement, so you should grind
That's
for it. It's pretty
interesting.
fun.
Nice.
I was really bummed out that there was no achievements for symmetry skip. Honestly. I was really expecting it.
I feel like there were just some missed opportunities with that kind of stuff. Some Easter eggs.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the remake, I just like it though, because first off, Studio Engine, it feels so much better. And then the extra content, like I really like the extra stage. I think it's really cool.
I kind of. I actually want everyone's little input on this. How do you guys think about the fact that you gotta do the game first, like the any percent thing first, and then you gotta go for like secret hunting? Because I honestly don't like that too much.
I don't really like it.
Yeah.
I just like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, why not put it on the main game? I don't know.
Yeah.
I already don't like secret hunting that much. Like, that's not.
You know, I
like,
tried secret hunting. I tried secret hunting on the first stage, and I was like, I don't know how many items there are on the stage, so I have to do it again. Maybe, perhaps, to like get another item. Maybe. And it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't played it, but like most games I play, I just play for any percent, and then if I really enjoy it, I'll go back and like play it. But even then, it's hard for me to want to go back unless it's like easy to get to different places in the game.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that it gives you the ability to skip screens.
Oh,
you
it
beat the
does?
game first time. Yeah, you can press I think it's the S button, and you can skip
Wow.
ahead.
Okay, that really helps.
So it lets you kind of
Oh.
search through the levels much better
Huh.
and
That's
save
cool.
time that way. But I do wish that you could have done the secret hunting initially. And I think
Yeah.
that the excuse for making it so that you had to kill Camellia first in order to make it make sense for the lore, I wish that
No.
we could have done the lore differently so that it would have still fit together just fine.
Fan games do not have lore, okay?
I would have preferred
Killing
honestly,
the
if I could
second
do it-
Camellia.
If I could do it myself, I think I would have preferred to have had like you find all the secrets. Now you get to fight like the true final phase of the final boss or something. That would have been cool.
Combine
So-
all the crystals and then it fucking, you know.
So are K1, K2, and K3 in the same universe?
That's a good question.
Well, with the remake, I think it definitely ties K1 and K2 together.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
K3,
like the Camellia guy.
there's some. You can write a fan fiction novel about it.
I want to kill my immortal.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Uh,
I'm not. I haven't played the K2 remake, and I'm probably not going to. But to me, it just looks like they didn't change enough of the things that made K2 like unfun, and they changed things that like weren't really that big of a deal. But
You know, I kind of feel a little bit same. Like, Boss 4 was the biggest thing that kept me from playing into K2. And, like, from what I've heard, they didn't really change Boss 4 like, at all. Except
Yeah.
for one thing.
They nerfed the scan lines, made the Goombas walk towards you, and they put an RNG controller on the bullets at the end of the fight.
I actually wonder what they mean by RNG controller.
It's some. I don't know, really. Peace probably knows better than me.
What I have
My understanding is that it's less likely to wall you.
what I have noticed while I was playing Geezer in the remake is that none of the bats appeared on the left side when the big kid was up. I don't know if that's it.
It's happened to
But-
me. So.
It's happened. Oh well, I guess it's less likely for that to happen then. Perhaps, maybe, perhaps. I don't know.
Can we make Nader Lucky your next emote, maybe?
Hey man, there's many Nader variations that I can make. All right.
Nader upside down smile.
Can add one nerd. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I really like the medley, like mashup that they did with the extra stage.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What I can see a lot of people disliking it because it is a lot of really long saves. But if you like really long saves, it's pretty fun.
yeah, I saw it. Like I saw a couple people streaming it, and to me, it doesn't look fun. But I respect the concept.
I hope more people do that, but with shorter saves and different approaches to it and stuff.
Yeah, that's like that's getting closer to what I think medley should be. Is just inspired by other games and like using gimmicks from other games, but not just ripping screens.
I would be happy also if medleys just stopped having boss rushes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like this thing that me and with Wolfie the last time in the podcast, right? We were discussing about how medleys can be, I don't know, revived. Boss rush is definitely up there, up for change, right?
Yeah,
It's really hard to be like, I don't know, to revolutionize medley games. I don't know. It really is pretty hard to do that.
I don't know if they need that much like revolutionizing. It's just I feel like a lot of medleys are so close to being really, really, really good, but they just make one or two stupid mistakes with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors into it actually. Like having avoidances in the middle of bosses or whatever, like that sort of deal. having boss rush, of course, having, I don't know, a lot of needle screens perhaps in your medley stages. I mean, there's a lot of things that I think you can try and explore a little bit more into, like make it a little bit more creative.
We all know that Culture 2 is perfect medley already.
Exactly. Well, out of debate.
I just wished it was a shorter game so that the run wasn't so long.
Oh man.
But Culture
man.
2, I wonder if like maybe the guest stages should have been like an extra thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a really fun game as far as that goes. It's just like it's long.
We didn't really expect people to want to speedrun Culture 2.
Well, it's a medley, so it's pretty much like a
Stonk was on
given.
the team. Stonk was on the team. I didn't expect that.
No, I like he didn't say anything about wanting to speedrun it. I think.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I guess at his stream, I heard him say that a lot. That he was like really excited to run it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. I don't know.
Or maybe he just kept it from you. I don't know.
Well, all I know is we did not design the game around speedrun. It was
That's fair.
mostly
That's fair,
around,
yeah.
Like the experience of playing it the first time.
You really shouldn't either. Sometimes I feel like when people try to make a game like a speedrun game, it doesn't work out so well.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a thing that's been looked too into for most people.
Well,
Which is
Run the Marathon
understandable.
to some extent was kind of designed around that.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to like Run the Marathon. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well,
You can pull it off. You just have to be careful not to sacrifice.
Yeah, I do like how Celeste did it for speedruns.
Yeah, so this was just purposely broken like that, just for speedruns. Obviously. Just like how K2 was.
One thing as a game maker that I wish more people would do is like leave in skips that they find. Like you find a skip, and naturally you want to be like, oh, I'm gonna fix that. But like sometimes it's kind of fun.
Culture 2 had a cool skip that was found and they patched it out.
Which one was that?
What the fuck, Piece?
You could do stage 3 meme stage and get the face scraper thing, and then you could skip straight from there through the door into the guest stages area. Freezilla found that, and then somebody like reported it, and then they patched it out.
That's
It was
pretty
like,
big,
darn.
though. That's pretty big. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we patched that because it skips most content.
That was a really cool skip, though.
In Culture 2, it's not like viable for any percent runs, but you can use the face scraper to like.
Recently discovered. Oh man.
Stonk's,
Wall scraping.
Stonk's 100% run, where he did like everything, he broke like everything in the later game with the face scraper was great.
That's really funny.
That was an interesting time.
But I think with medleys, I think if they were to do no boss rushes for one, two, make it so that there's more bosses, but they're short, or they have like lots of checkpoints. Because I think the biggest problem for me usually is you play through a lot of. It's easy to make progress on platforming, right? You do a couple jumps, you get a save. You do a couple jumps, you get a save. Sometimes it's like half the screen, you get a save, whatever. But either way, you're stuck there. If it's an easier game, you're there for like a minute or two. If it's a harder game, maybe 10 minutes to a half hour. But you're making consistent progress. Then you get to a boss, and it's like a week-long grind, and you can't get motivated for it. And
That is a
that's
pretty
just
good
stupid.
point.
What about a medley that's like fusion between normal medley and wrecked, where it's like 5 screens and then 5 bosses, 5 screens.
Ooh.
Or what if it was like a screen and then a boss and then a screen and then a boss, but they were like the boss only takes you like 10 minutes to beat or something, you know? Like I think it would just be fun. I wish people did something like that.
Plus, I like 5 screens to a boss would be cool if the boss screen like flowed completely with the platforming, like smoothly, cleanly, like perfectly fine, and it just feels like another screen of it. That'd be cool. Like how Rick does it, except it's all bosses. So, yeah.
So yeah, I feel like the puzzle pieces are there. We just got to put it together differently.
Yeah.
But I'm not a game maker, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Medleys take a long time, man.
Yeah, well, you can attest to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
point in time tried to make a medley, and I chose Tempest as one of the games. I can safely say that medley did not last long.
Here's a little fun fact, right? I actually tried to make a medley once, and I think I've gotten up to like 8 screens.
Whole screens.
8 whole screens. So basically not even stage 1, right? But yeah, it was just like mainly needle games, and it's kind of like, fuck.
I'd play I Want to Kill the Nader 2, and then I'd be like, where's Nader 1 and where's Nader 3? Come on.
Okay, dude. Okay,
I
man.
was still the Nader too.
Question: where one part?
Yeah, I remember before I even started trying to make anything, I was like, okay, if I make a game, I'm gonna make like a medley, except it's gonna be like an open world, and the first screen's gonna be the first room and diverse. I'm glad I started not liking medleys.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of newer players, like the first thing that they think of making is medley games. Like I feel like that's pretty. Yeah. Because like, oh, I want to make something as good as K3 or some shit, right? It's like that sort of mentality, and it definitely did have that. Yeah.
Maybe
Exactly.
it's because you don't really have to make anything creative. It's kind of like a scrapbook.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's kind of like, oh, here are my favorite fan games. Play them, like in
People
succession.
don't think about bosses when they start making medleys. They don't think, wait, I
They
actually have
really
to be kind
don't.
of creative when I make a boss. I can't just like pull bosses.
Just literally copy and paste the bosses. Oh man.
And that's
It worked for K1.
Just do a needle game medley. It's fine.
Exactly.
What was that game
Cool,
called? Kill the Maker, I think. That was just like only platforming.
Color Maker's good. Yeah, I like that
It was
movie.
okay. It was alright.
It's not, but whatever.
Okay, man.
I thought it was okay. It's kind of boring, but it's not like a bad.
It's like
It's
I get
alright.
that I get it's a needle medley, but at the same time, if you want to make a needle medley, you could also just make needle. Like most of the screen picks of that game aren't that creative, to be fair.
Man, I haven't seen that game in a million years, so I would not know. I would not remember.
It had that one gimmick where you you made a clone of the kid or something, and you had to go to like different places under a time limit and then step on the buttons to open the door. That one was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I think I got mad at that save. But you know what's the one thing that Maker got right is they imported the VVV diverse screens correctly, and no one can accomplish that. So I was very happy.
If they do VVV right, then Arist is gonna like the game.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ars, we get it. We get it, Ars. We get it.
I'm gonna at least have some sort of respect for it, okay? That's
If I ever make a medley, I'm gonna make sure I do VVV right,
Yes.
just for ours.
you have a permission to use my game, and I'll be happy.
Nice.
If you want to throw my game in, it wouldn't stop you.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm-
Neon's up for grabs.
Mhm. I mean, look. What am I gonna do? No, you can't use my game in your medley.
I'm gonna make a PvP avoidance so you're confused as to what
What am I supposed to think? I don't know. It's so confusing. Like it's an avoidance, but it's weekend. What? Huh? This can't happen. I'm gonna need to start making bosses with VKid. That's gonna be interesting.
If you had like a dash, a horizontal dash, as well as the ability to flip, that would be pretty cool, I think.
That'd be sick.
I could see that working. I actually like the dash mechanic, and I Want to Be the Cat. I think it's fun.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
you know what people like a PvP avoidance like what Cake said, but also like you see how most avoidances like they're like, oh, we're gonna end the song with an infinite jump section, but you can like flip midair.
You know that idea was in my head to use that as a gimmick, but it just nothing ever came of it. I may use that in the future, but that's an idea in my head.
Just imagine that, because you're like flipping vertically and then you're dashing horizontally, so you actually have like a lot of movement options. It'd probably be overwhelming though.
Yeah.
But maybe
I mean, it just completely depends on how it's used, really.
yeah.
If you have like a lot of things, it should be like more of a chiller game. For me.
Chill's good. Not all fan games have to be hard.
Yeah, chill's the way to go.
And then somebody else can come along and take your gimmick and then make something really, really, really awful with it.
Exactly.
Cycle of life.
You know, I kind of wish that people would use Dotkid more. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of potential with it.
Yeah.
But like nobody has, or barely anyone has touched
I-
the gimmick.
I tried designing around Dotkid one time.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, so I never really touched it again.
You have to have a lot different mindset for Dotkid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Dot Kid, so.
What the?
I don't think you're allowed to say that in this podcast.
What the?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Do you know who the host is?
Is there a J tool for Dotkid yet?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
J-Tool has Dotkid
It's called
already.
J-Tool.
It's called J.
Yeah, it's
J-Tool
J
has
Tool.
it. I must be playing on an older version still. I don't think it has it in there for me, but I imagine that with that accessible, maybe more people will get into it. Because I think it's just if you don't play a lot of Dotkid Needle, it's kind of hard to like figure out how you can make fun jumps with it, and that would probably just be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I think most people these days it's just easier to like make a screen in JTool and just like import it into Game Maker and be like, let's go.
So, for me, like, it's so hard for me to just make something in JTool and be happy with it. It's like so not as interesting anymore.
And when I started getting motivated to make a game, I was like making JTool screens, and then I would just like wherever I'd put a trigger, I'd put like a kill block just to like have it be there, and then like import it in and replace it out, and then lose motivation like a week later because reasons.
Yep.
Understandable.
That's the way of game making.
Because then you have to go ask for help, and then everyone like knows way too much, and so they explain things to you, and it's over your head, and you're just like, whatever.
That's my problem when I ask anyone for help, because it's always. I feel like whenever Watson tries to explain everything, it just goes over my head and doesn't help anything.
Dude, Inferno.
Same with Plasma.
Inferno, I want you to know, when I was like talking to Plasma, when I was trying to fix a problem in Krypton, right?
Yeah.
He was like, okay, do this, and I'm like, wait, which line again? And no, right there, okay. And and then I wait for like 5 seconds, and then he's like, right there. No, it's right there. And it's like, and then like, no, not only that, but like after I input the code, he's like, the formatting, dude. The formatting is very important. I was fucking dying after that. Oh, God, I love
I
Plasma.
felt bad for Plasma after he took over Shiver. Because
Yeah, but he was
I
welcome
didn't
to do
a
that.
great job at preparing that engine. I tried to fix stuff in Lemon's engine, but ended up breaking other things.
Yeah. Well,
And he had the biggest headache importing Seto's stage, because for some reason the rooms in the stage were persistent. We don't know
in
why.
comes Plasma.
This Plasma, we were just talking about how much of an asshole.
Fuck. God damn it. Of course. Well. Game making started. Coding is even harder.
Yeah, why you think, like, the only thing I coded in my game was the V lines. That was the only thing I had to code. Even that was like, that killed me.
Here's a little fun fact. That's actually a gimmick in Sniper's engine, I think. Like the V6 line. I'm
Really?
pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, like the a vertical V6 line. I think I'm pretty sure that's a gimmick in
I don't remember
Snipers.
that.
Because Sniper had like the blocks that alternate. There was also like the V6 lines. There was like gravity flippers.
Are
Are we thinking about the same engine here?
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure.
Before, and I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just remember the
I'm pretty
basic-
sure there's like a room that is like demonstrating all of the gimmicks that the engine has to offer, and I'm pretty sure there's like a V6 little gimmick. I'm like
We need to
100% sure. I'm 100% sure. Like honestly, lock it in.
I won't doubt you on that, but the thing that makes me doubt is I don't think Yo Sniper included V-Kid.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's sort of like you fly up if you touch the
Nader,
line.
I think you might be thinking of a different engine. I don't know. Like
Is it? I don't know.
I've never heard of something like that in Yo Sniper.
Yeah.
If
And I'm pretty
not,
sure I
if
looked at
not,
the latest one.
if not, it would be like in the fucking objects. But I don't know.
Ask Kyre, man. He's the expert at it.
Dude, good old Kyre.
Shouts to him.
I wonder if he's still around.
He's kind of.
I've only seen him in Paris stream. That's it. oh man. All right.
Let's not talk about milk. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Man, we've been going on for like 3.5 hours. I think that's a
Gee.
record. That's pretty good.
Alright, well, let's stop then. See you guys.
Alright.
Well, fuck. Well,
Go home.
it was in the contract. Whoops. Well,
Whoops.
fuck.
We signed you up for 3.5 hours, no longer.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite part when I get to boot you guys. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Bandit.
Do we like vote each other off or something?
Do like rock paper scissors to see who boots up first, or who gets booted first.
I guess the two people with webcams would go first.
Oh. Oh fuck.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
They're the only ones who can't lie, so.
Here we go, rock,
How do
paper,
I
scissors.
do this? Okay, hold up.
We go,
Okay.
No, wait, no, that was practice. Alright? Alright, so it's on shoot, right? Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What is
What do
that?
you do?
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're tied. Okay.
Okay,
Alright, that's
okay. This is interesting.
Intense.
I was expecting to switch the scissors.
Papers, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
No! I'm taking. Alright, bye.
Well,
I
See,
even.
alright.
later, Arst.
I'm
He
sorry.
deserves it, honestly.
Goodbye.
Oh no.
It's been a pleasure.
I went early and you still chose paper.
No, dude, I'm lagging. I don't care.
All right, later, Arst. That was it.
Alright.
That was it.
Sorry, I'll see myself out.
Well, I'm waiting for you. Aren't you gonna boot yourself out?
Oh shit! Alright. Well, goodbye.
Sorry, I
Someone got
was.
booted.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Fangame drama. Oh no.
It's not a game anymore.
I need to write a pastebin about this.
Alright, that's it. I need to come out of my chest. Okay, guys, I need to come out of my chest. Etc. Fuck. Well, that was. This was great. This is a great
Yeah, this
little
was fun.
podcast. Yeah. It's actually very, very
Can you
fun.
remove Ars from the starring part because he's gone now?
Okay, let me just simply
That's a lot of business.
simply
Oh!
Wait, why are you here? Hold up, what? Since when?
Okay, how do you do that?
Oh
You're not supposed to be here.
wait, who is this? Who is this I don't know,
Go ahead, keep pulling.
convict?
I'm scolded 89. That's who it is.
Dude, Skull come in for like 1 millisecond. It's gonna work out. This is the best way to do an outro, for sure.
Alright.
In school.
Oh, Skull, you gotta do the outro. Let's go.
Okay, never mind. I don't have time for skull. Anyways,
Come on, skull.
unless he comes in like the next 10 seconds. Okay. Alright. 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 Proper outros. I don't know how to do them. Basically, this was... Oh.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I'm Skull89. I'm the best maker in the community. Fuck all everyone else.
Ouch.
I made a convincing point.
Really good argument.
I think that's true ending.
We found all the secrets.
You
Yeah.
can't top that. Go home, everyone.
We didn't even have to replay the game.
Oh my god.
Yep. Didn't even need to report it.
I know exactly what he was gonna say. Oh no. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, Cake. I'm sorry, Peace. Honestly. Okay. Okay, that was fun. Alright. Let's say our goodbyes. Let's say our goodbyes.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you guys were great. Oh man.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Having me, at least. Can't
Yeah,
speak for peace.
Peace.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Okay.
Subscribe to Wolfie.
Yeah, subscribe to Wolfie.
Subscribe to Wolfie, etc.
follow-
Mainly, etc.
Yeah, mainly etc.
Cheesy McGee. Man.
Let's go.
It
You know what?
really helps.
Every $4.99 counts.
Alright. Well, thank you guys for having us. Fuck. Thank you guys for fucking.
What do you do? Are you transferring posts to them now? Later?
God damn it. God damn it. This is why it sucks to be a host, right? You have to do the intro and the outro.
Welcome to the
Fucking-
podcast, guys. I'm your host.
Okay, guys. Basically, fuck.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
Let's get right.
Do you want to get kicked as well, Gab?
No.
Don't
Don't do it.
Our host is down for blood.
do it. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, but legit though. Legit. Thank you guys for being here. Actually, this was fantastic. Glad to have the opportunity to talk with you guys.
Yeah.
We should talk more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I just stop being a nerd and actually talk in chats like a normal human being, frankly.
Same time next year.
Yeah.
Can't
Mark
promise
our
that.
words.
That might be too often. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching, alright? We'll see you guys possibly next time around. Probably next Sunday, but probably not really, because I'll probably be busy then for the next podcast. We don't even know who the next guest should be.
What Ader's trying to say is we'll see you tomorrow because it's a daily show.
Basically. I just muted myself on stream. I want you guys to know that. My
Yeah,
god, I'm
Skywalker,
stupid.
Skywalker, please, Skywalker.
Please.
Skywalker would be pretty great.
Alright.
You can explain the artistic decision.
You gotta get cyber drunk.
Cyber!
I-
Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys, I don't know, etc.
Alright then.
Later, guys.